Hello, gamers. It is me, Gemini. Hello. I am the guy, and I'm not sick anymore, so I can talk about the video game, which is cool. Welcome, everybody, to more All Things Protoss Team League action. We are super excited. We're in the final week of the group stage. It is going to be so sick, so awesome, so hype, so absolutely badonkadonk terrific. And I am, very excited to do everything. We're going to be doing OnlyCannons versus Forced Offrace as our first match. And I will be doing another match after that. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to read what the two players are saying to make sure that they're not doing dumb things. Anyways, so let's talk about our stuff from last week. No more Deadly Kitten and Yaki, yeah. Hold up 1 second. Anyway, sorry. So we have a bunch of stuff to talk about from last week, so let's quickly take a look-see at that. Shkadoink. Hopefully you didn't get spoiled just then. Haha! So we are going to be doing 2 matches, and as you can see from Group A and Group B, we currently have 2 teams that are already eliminated, and fun enough, those are the 2 teams we are going to be casting today. And the reason being is because Forced Offrace has only been on stream once, and unfortunately they are playing against OnlyCannons, who have been on stream the most. So that's a bit unfortunate. Literally both of the teams that only got on stream once were playing against the 2 teams that got on stream the most. So yeah, it was fucking fucked, okay? So we had to just choose one. And the reason I chose, well, never mind. No, we had to do both of them. But also the thing is that when we were deciding this, Ardent told me that the Goobers apparently still had a very slim, albeit possible, chance to actually make it to the playoffs. However, Wikipedia says that that's apparently wrong. And if one thing is for certain, it's that we should never trust Ardent. So that ruined some part of this. So unfortunately, some of the matches today will be only important for one of the teams involved, which I don't usually like to have doing on the final week of the groups, of the group stages. However, I would rather be fair and try to get as many teams as possible on the cast than picking like the most super competitive matches. Because that's kind of the overall gist of this team league in the first place, is that people get to be casted. Yeah. But it does mean that Probe-ably, Overslept, and Forced Offrace, though, which are going to be the other teams that are playing against these teams. It's going to be literally the 5 and 6 versus 5 and 6 of each group today. Those are still very important matches for them, as that definitely does determine their playoff potential going into this last week here. So both still important, but just not for both teams involved each time, unfortunately. So yeah, that was a bit unlucky the way that all kind of panned out, but that's how it works. So anyways, with me here to talk about these 2 wonderful matches, I've got 2 wonderful people who are currently deafened on Discord, so I don't know if they actually are aware that I'm about to jump over to them. Okay, one of them is. Aha, there they are. Wonderful. Excellent. I've got 2 people joining me, one being Caldwell Stone and the other being Reality. Hello and welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hi, hi.
Excellent. Thank you guys for joining me today on this beautiful desk. Reality, your first time coming back on the desk. Is this your first? You were on the desk before in a previous season, surely, weren't you?
No,
No, this is
this
your
is the
first
first
time
time.
ever.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, welcome to the desk. I hope you have
Mhm.
incredible insight to say, as that's exactly what we're looking for here.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up with any of the ATL matches, and what do you think so far of the season?
Well, I crammed last night and watched like a couple or see the last week with it was Alaton versus somebody, and then he cannon rushed and it didn't work, and then he played Sky Toss. So um, yeah, I mean, no, I haven't really been keeping up, but I did read the Wikipedia,
Nice.
so I'm up to date.
You're about as up to date as basically anyone else that comes on this desk, so that's perfect. Uh,
Perfect.
Colbale Stone, how are we doing?
I'm doing very well.
That's excellent. Are you prepared for this hype match?
Yes, I'm super hype. The last place match.
Hey, it does see at least one of the forced off races is important for them, so that'll
Yeah, that is
still
true.
be important. If they win here today, that's actually going to boost them up in the standings pretty significantly. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the matches today are going to be not Rake versus Denny because unfortunately scheduling issues happened and it was only made aware that they would be happening until like 6 hours ago. So we have an emergency sub coming in for Rake. It's going to be Hacker is top, playing his Zerg, which is apparently his lowest MMR race. So he's going to be playing against Denny. Then it's Xenodactyl versus Sacred Coconut, and then it's Alaton versus Celcidus as the matches. Reality, do you have any match that you think looks pretty fun, or you're looking forward to seeing, or anything you're interested in?
Well, I have a lot of personal knowledge about the second player that you listed there on the OnlyCannons side.
Mm-hmm.
Xenodactyl and I have gone way back. So, one thing I will say about that match is if you don't know Xenodactyl, Cannon Rush only type of player, a student of PrintDev, it's not looking good. It's not looking good because they're playing against the Terran. Um, so they're gonna have to pull out something wacky. I think. I know that in the past they've had some 17 Nexus builds, some parting inspired stuff. Maybe we could be looking at like a 6 gate charge and going into 3 bases. Um, so keeping an eye out for non-cannon rush builds going into the Terran, but I do know that some of the maps in the current pool can be a little bit busted, so it's even possible to win against Terrans. So, depending on how Sacred Coconut vetoes, we could still be seeing those cannons in that match.
Yeah. Well, there is no vetoes, but that's fine. But
Okay.
if they end, if yeah,
No,
that's
that
okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is actually the first time I'll have seen Xeno actually play Terran. I've only ever seen him play Zerg or Protoss before. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how his PVT goes. Considering we've had some incredible cannon rushes out of him in previous seasons. Cobble, anything sticking out to you in this series, or what do you think is the most exciting part?
I mean, you said that they replaced Rake with Hacker Stop, right?
That is correct.
So they just replaced the poo-flinging ape with another poo-flinging ape.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, his Zerg though. There's no way to predict Denny versus Hacker Stop Zerg. Honestly, I'd say Denny should be favored, but then the Bane Boss can kill anyone if they don't prepare for it. And the other matches, yeah, probably Xenodactyl's in a rough spot. I agree with that as well. Although Sacred Coco is off racing, and it's always hard to hold cheeses the off race. It should be interesting. Really hard to predict.
Wait, what is Sacred Coconut's main race?
Zerg.
Oh, wait, it's actually kind of a good spot. Because holding Cannon Rush on Zerg is way different than Terran and Protoss. It's way less about that worker micro.
Yeah, it's true. I'm thinking that's going to play a pretty big and important part of it. So, yeah, I'm just kind of curious in general how that all plays out. What do we expect to be a overall score line of this match? Cobblestone, what are you expecting as the score here?
The last time I got a perfect prediction, so
Ooh.
this time I'm gonna predict a 4-2 for forced off race, even though that's not actually good for us, and we hope they lose. How can you lose to OnlyCannons? It's impossible. So I'm gonna predict a 4-2 for forced off race.
I see. Nice. Reality, any prediction for the score?
I think it's going to be a 4-3 in favor of OnlyCannons.
Oh.
I think that all of Alaton's PUBG gaming in the past week has really leveled him up for this match, and I think that with the new found knowledge that Sacred Coco is actually off racing, I think that the my boy Zeno is gonna pull it out in the pool 3 match.
Nice.
Wait, but Celsius has also been playing PUBG with Alatin. Hasn't that leveled him up though?
True.
No, because you haven't seen the way that Alaton's nasty with it. It's a different level.
I see.
Well, we'll just have to see, but I can't wait for your prediction to be wrong.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I've studied years of StarCraft 2 professional ESL analyst desk, and if I know anything, it's that you have to be wrong in order to be hired by ESL.
Oh my God! Everyone, clip it, put it on Reddit at all of the popular personalities. A person on the internet said that they're dumb.
Okay, listen, I didn't say they were dumb.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for your thoughts. I think these two gents want to get this started because they were on a time crunch. So I'll be back with you guys at the end of the series to get your all thoughts. Thank you as always. I'm going to go jump on over to the caster desk with none other than one amazing person who often gets mistaken to be a Muslim. However, without any real life picture of them here today, that won't be the case. Hello, Heroku.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, I have a picture over here, so I don't get confused with other bald.
Wait, this is the bald cast. I just realized. Nice.
It is the bald cast. Well, technically, my hair is growing back for some reason, but
for
still
some
bald.
reason. Is
Yeah,
that reason just
I'm
not
not
shaving it? Like what? What does that mean?
I mean, it's not shaving, and for pumpkin oil for some reason.
What
it's
the
just,
fuck?
I don't know. I just put it in the food, and it just. I have pictures 6 months apart. It is weird.
Interesting. Anyways,
Yeah.
we have some excellent matches. Of course, like I said, Hacker S Top is filling in for Rake today as an emergency sub, as there was no other solution to otherwise have this not be a forfeit. So that is what is happening. Are you excited here as I get these players going?
Yeah. How is Accura's top gonna cannon rush with Zerg? I am very interested though, and I look forward to it.
Yeah. I will say one thing once we get into this game here, and once Denny tells me that he is in fact ready. But yeah, I scoured through the late sign up list and whatnot some hours ago. Once we realized that Rake would not be able to play, and this was the only possible solution, as all the other players were unfortunately too high, or too. The MMR difference was just too much, or they were not available. So this is what we've got. And after I did confirm that Hacker as Top would be able to play and that Zerg would be the closest MMR to Denny, he said, and I quote, he said, where was it? Yes, I'm ready to play Baneling Bust 2 times in a row, Kappa Face. So, let's see what ends up happening here. If that's
What is
if that ends up being the case. Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's see if he ends up doing that, as he is the one spawning on the bottom left-hand side, playing for the OnlyCannons team in potentially doing the thing that's closest, basically, to cannon rushing as Zerg. I guess that would maybe be a proxy spine rush. But anyways, it's Hacker as top.
And on the other side, playing for first Offrace and trying to get as high of a map score as possible to save his team, it is Denny.
Yeah, this is very important, of course, for the forced
we're
Offrace
gaming.
team. Yeah, we do have very early pool and gas coming
Holy,
out from
we have a
Hacker as top.
16-15, which is definitely not a build. But we take those. This is perfect. This is the exact metaphor. This is the ladder Bane boss that hits at the worst timing, and then you just lose anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the Hacker's top's like whole bread and butter, isn't it? He's a random player, so he's just gonna do the most nonsensical bullshit builds that are just absolutely garbage, and you know he gets away with it because he plays random. This time though, he is Zerg, so it's not like Denny doesn't know this. So we'll see what ends up happening here. We're going for a pylon cancel on the natural. We'll
Oh,
scout
he
it.
went for the queen. He could have canceled the queen to get the hatch faster. But I guess it's fine.
Oh my god, we're going for
You
a
kind of want
forge
units more than the
defense?
hatch, so. Oh, we have a forge.
I'm amazed he's going for a forge defense here. Does he think it was a
Forge
proxy hatch with this as well? That's actually kind of interesting. Well, he will get back in as well and see that there's not actually any follow-up building just yet. It is just going to be an early speed for now. We
It is
could
full
easily.
wall.
Okay.
It is a full wall forge defense.
I honestly don't
Because
mind
we
it.
haven't scouted yet. As
I mean, to be honest, like it's kind of based.
Now you cancel the Baneless, you go Mutalisk. Like one
I
basic
don't
button.
really like that he put the cannon right next to it, because I'm pretty sure, doesn't the splash damage technically still hit that?
No, the splash of Baneless, it's large, but it's not that big.
Okay.
It feels large because you are always in melee contact. Like it's like disruptors where it feels gigantic because if you hit with the middle, it feels huge.
Right.
It's kind of
yeah.
the same with Baneless. Like,
I'm surprised we
this
didn't
is
make the
almost good.
Stargate also at the natural
you
here
could-
to help the wall, because now... Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
this is so bustable.
Oh my
Unless
God.
he's
Please
gonna
put
make
a
another.
building again. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's gonna remake the forge.
Okay, this one he put farther out so that he knows 100% the splash won't transfer over, because I'm also...
And this is never
I
gonna
can never
work,
believe it.
so- Yeah, we're droning. This is just you
Oh,
will
okay.
never kill this.
Yeah, okay.
Like just never. I don't know how it's 80 damage per Baneling. Fine. You would need like 10 Baneling or something to break a forge.
Yeah, this is... it definitely would have been an absolutely failed situation. Like, 2 cannons, a full wall would be extremely difficult to bust through.
Yeah.
Instead, takes the third base. Yeah, I would... Honestly, I kind of like what chat is saying a little bit, saying that they could be going into like a super fast lair instead of going for the Baneling nest to finish or whatever, but it's a hard call to make, I think, on the spot.
It's hard, and quick layer isn't even that strong. Like this is not Brood War, but you have good units, so like you can get into Hydras, but if you don't have the insane eco behind it, it's not gonna do anything. And Mutalisk, I mean, he's opening Stargate, double cannon. Like, yeah, you get map control, but I mean, you already gave up map control by playing full wall, so why would you need a unit to enforce it?
Alright, Oracle doesn't do anything, it's just going to get the scout. We'll see the lair morphing, so that's nice information to have, of course. Did he see the third? I can't remember. No, he did not actually path over it, so he doesn't quite realize that it is 3 bases just yet. He will want to actually check that, as we are playing against a random player, so we really never know what's happening there.
Very high cast counts. I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but... Oh, Glaive. It's Dogglaive on the other side.
Oh, now that is
don't need it.
interesting. That is very interesting. We will kill the Overlord as well before that's able to come in to scout. There's one more Overlord tucked away on the bottom side, so we'll see if Denny is able to find that. But these extra gateways definitely are not going to get scouted. And this looks pretty committed. It's going to be, I guess, four gateways in total with the glaives, which is correct. So if Hacker's Top is not aware of this, and he's even going into Hydras instead of Roaches, this is there's a very high possibility that this attack can do a lot of damage. However, the other fact of it, though, is that it's likely that Hacker's Top is making 0 drones after this, so that is also potentially bad for Denny.
Yeah, I don't hate the matchup. Like Hydra Bane timings, if you get caught when you are on your side of the map against Glaive, it's really bad. But if you're attacking into Glaive, it's not that bad because you can manage your Banelings better, like where they're gonna hit, how much you contain them, etc. So.
Oh my god, the Overseer! Alright, the Overseer sees the Twilight. It also sees the Robo-Bay, which is the interesting follow-up here from Denny. I wonder if he's realized that he's kind of getting all in here.
I really hate Robo-Bay, like playing against or with. I think it's not that good, and then I play against it and I lose, and I feel like mauled even more because I know it's not that good.
I mean, this is so strange because we have so... I mean, we've gone for so much tech as Denny, and we have like no units. We've got like a group of Adepts, a Void Ray, and a Mortal, and an Oracle. Oh my god, the Stasis Ward almost went massive. Nicely done to bait that out. We'll be able to deny that. Third base is not long for this world. We got to cancel that as Denny, of course. Which honestly isn't even the end of anything, because it's like this is so committed from Hacker's Top and runs into one of the Stasis Swords over on the bottom side. This is so committed from Hacker's Top. Like, we actually don't need this third base right now. We can just chill. And I honestly like that we're going Colossus in this situation. It's like, as long as we just don't die to this attack, we are going to be scaling so hard with this type of army.
Okay, now you see Colossus, and now the trick is Hydra is bad, Ling bad, Baneling Cage. So either you cope and you go back into fast Lurker, but like with 0 eco and you pray you don't die, or you call in even harder with a lot of Baneling. Which, considering all the nerfs to Banelings, probably not as good anymore, but that's what I used to do.
Yeah, I think the Lurker is the correct play overall.
Ultra. You can also be crazy and go fast Ultralisk, but
that's insane.
Yeah, if you get scouted at any point and they start making more than 3 Immortals, you're dead, so...
Yeah. I'm surprised that we just killed the Cybercore of all things to get out of our base here. It's kind of interesting.
I'm not
Did we
surprised.
Remake the Cybercore?
Why would you make the complicated units when you can make charge lots without charge?
Well, he remade the Cyber.
And then we researched Blink, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, he remade the Cyber already, so everything's all Gucci.
It's already remade? Okay, it's in the back, sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, it's kind of basic. You kill your Cybercore, and then you're like, let's get Blink on top of Glaive.
Yeah.
I love
I think the Lurkers are overall the better play. They have the higher chance of just kind of catching your opponent off guard and just in general being a difficult unit to play around. Of course, if you're going for Colossi, you're generally probably going to have sentries with it as well, so you know you're going to have a lot of force field energy. Unfortunately, though, for Denny, he's actually only got 1.
This is a Leo Lurker all in on the free base.
Yeah, I think it is.
Did we just install LOTV or?
Well, let's see how this works. I mean, it's a lot of units. It's a pretty big army, but 3 Colossi is also no joke.
We don't have range. We don't have speed Lurker. You can't, like, you're gonna get kited. There is thermal lens, right? Yeah, thermal is here. So you just outrange the Lurkers.
The problem is that we have no map vision, but the Stasis Ward's going to give us a huge heads up, and it's going to trap a lot of the lanes. Denny, please realize what just happened. He's not even paying attention. He's gotten such a big update on what's going on, but doesn't do anything about it. 2 Templar are going to just lose their lives as well without going into an Archon. And we're just, oh my god, we're just clumped in front of all the Banelings and the Lurkers. The splash damage is absolutely ridiculous. It's a little bit over an overextension overall, though, from Hacker's Top, as the Lurkers really need to start to...
He needs to get it. He needs to rush into this natural to do damage, because he's not going to win the fights.
Yeah, we are... Oh my god, the Colossus is way too far forward. Please don't lose the Colossus.
Oh my god, he clicked it.
Okay.
Okay, can he do anything? He's going to get outscaled. It's insanely fast.
Oh my god, this is so
Okay,
bonkers.
Banelings? Okay, nothing.
Where did our second observer go? Okay, here it is.
We're waiting for the second observer. There's no anti-air for Eric.
Oh, nice. We are
No.
just clumping all of our units up, but I guess it doesn't matter because there's really only a couple lurkers here. The Colossi are doing an insane amount of damage.
Again.
Oh, we sniped the second observer at the last possible second. That one lurker is actually going to kill a
wait.
Colossus, maybe
Oh,
two.
one.
Oh my
3.
goodness, the observer's
Oh my
not
God,
in
that's
range!
so crazy.
Oh my god, that lurker's even going to get an immortal. That's insanity. Holy shit.
The strongest lurker to ever be.
God damn it. That did way more than it ever should have. We honestly, Denny should have so many more fucking units right now.
Yeah,
It's
Denny should have
insane.
crushed this like in a completely not even fight at all. They should have been like tag, kite, and then run back in and everything dies.
That is extremely unlucky. I mean, it was still extremely committed though from Hacker's top, so it's not like his position is incredible, but he, at this point, does have kind of a second life now to go for another attack. Because we're only on one Colossus now. We have some Templar. Do we have Storm? Did we actually get... Okay, we do have Storm, so that's actually very good. Very big, I should say. So very nicely done there. We do want to kind of keep making Immortals, I feel like, at this point. Not another Colossus, but I guess... I mean, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm not really ever in this type of position.
The Hive is so ridiculously late. You don't really need... It is better to get Immortals, I agree, but you're more scared of like the Hydras.
Yeah, but we have Storm already. We don't really... I don't think we are scared of the Hydras at this point.
Yeah, but you need the DPS. I mean, Storm alone doesn't really cut it. You kind of need some DPS.
Yeah. Yeah. Going for the gold base is a bit risky.
Games of Zerg maxed out losing to 150 supply Protoss. So...
Denny only getting 2 forges is very lame. Yeah, I agree. Taking this gold base is pretty risky, though. I mean, you just put 2 lurkers right on the other opposite side, and you cannot mine from this position. So, yeah, I'm not really sure
with gold base
if this is expected to do much. And it looks like Hacker's Top is going to find this relatively quickly. No, he's not actually moving just yet to be able to find this. So, oh, okay, no, he does know. How did he know? Wait, what the hell? How did he know that was happening? He, like, put those there before he even saw the base, I feel like. Okay, he's just preempting it. Interesting. Anyways, 2 Zealots gonna draw some attention, and by attention, I mean literally an F2 down with the entire army to kill them. So that's very nice.
Kind of split, dude. Does he have any control group?
Yeah, he does, actually. I didn't see the army at the top. That's okay.
3 control groups with the exact same thing, which is the whole army.
Oh, the classic Zerg moment. I have control groups.
And then 2 hatchery control group and a lurker control group. Lurker den control group.
A lurker den control group.
This is something I've never seen, because he also has the Evo control group on 4. Funny, he doesn't have a Queen control group.
Dude, Zerg control
That's how you
groups
know he
are
doesn't
just
main Zerg.
the most insane thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this attack is wild. Oh my god, the storms are ridiculous. The lurkers are just eating it. Holy shit, I can't believe we committed to that as Hacker is top. That is insanity.
I think that's the worst lurker fight I've ever seen.
I didn't think it was possible to do anything like that, but apparently it is. Holy shit.
There's so many Zergs in the chat getting validated right now.
Yeah. See, look, Protoss is unbeatable.
Is
you can't do anything.
Maybe don't run up a ramp into Colossus.
I told you that Protoss is broken. You can't ever push them with lurkers. What are you guys talking about? You cannot attack them. They just storm all of your shit. God, I hate this race.
That's actually one of the favorite thing about lurkers is if you talk to both Zergs and Protoss, they both think the unit's shit.
Yeah.
Because every Zerg got A-moved by Storm Charlotte's Immortal, and then every Protoss has run into lurkers once and got their whole army deleted.
Yep. Well, the carrier transition is coming out as well,
yeah. The way. No Spire, no Scouting, no Vipers.
Yeah, Denny really just needs to sit here. That's all he's doing.
This is mega cooked.
Yeah. I think you should be mining these gases, though. It's gold base. That's a bit of a mistake. Although the Zealot runway at the bottom does an incredible amount of damage. The base and 14 drones are killed off, so very worthwhile harassment. Denny is absolutely cooking in this game now. I mean, the Zealots at the top side also getting the hatchery up there, most likely. Lurkers just sitting on the defensive. We're going to get another round of carriers, most likely. Amazingly, that base doesn't die. There's a lot of Zealots to be throwing away, but I mean, we don't really want them in our army either.
But like, there's no air upgrade, but there is +1, and we don't noticeably we don't have armor on the Hydras, so the carriers are gonna shred everything.
Yeah, this fight.
That's just half the army. This is just you're never winning this fight.
We got a bunch of random lurkers on the right side. What the hell is that? Okay, well, at least this base will die, so that's a little bit of something. And imagine if we just get these lurkers. Okay, no, never mind. A wall of cannons and a Zealot warp-in should be able to deal with that, no problem. And now that is basically the entirety of Hacker's Top's army. I mean, all of those lurkers.
Double fire, big, kind of like 2 minutes lane.
Yeah, we literally only have 2 lurkers. We have 2 lurkers left.
It's kind of sad because the guerrilla tactic of like splitting lurkers everywhere is kind of what you're supposed to do with this type of army, but you're supposed to do it much earlier.
Yeah. One storm isn't going to hit, but that doesn't matter. This army is absolutely unbeatable at this point in the game with what Hacker's Top has. Trying to morph in something, but it's not going to work. Denny will find the first game in the series.
Yep. Game 1 to Offrace. 4th Offrace, yep.
Yes. And that's what they're looking for. They want as many map wins as possible today to get their playoff potential as high as possible. OnlyCannons, Talisman, Magan, Natha. Talisman is the pick. What a surprise.
You said Talisman, he's heard about the map once, you're Zerg, you're like, okay, give me the broken map.
Bop.
Yeah. What's funny about this map is I think in this team league so far, and it's the last week we can see it, I don't think I've seen any Zerg abuse the map as hard as you can.
Wait, what? Sorry?
I don't think I've seen any Zerg abuse this map as hard as you can actually do it. But we also probably, like, you know, it's only on this tournaments if you play mostly ladder, so
Yeah, I mean,
hard to actually hard prep a map.
yeah, exactly. Unless you're like a few select people in the league, you're not just, you know, grinding out map-specific builds or anything.
I mean, I had the map for week 1, but it was against, you know, which cannon rush, so like,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm gonna probably like do a macro opener.
Yeah. All right, here we are in the second map with our Violet Protoss for the Forced Off-Race team playing...
Purple.
Huh?
It should be purple.
It's Violet.
Yeah, it is violet, but it should be purple.
They're just normal purple?
Yeah, they're normal purple. Violet is a baguette.
All right, well, whatever. The purple purple Protoss, it's Denny. Their color looked violet. Okay, whatever. Anyways, go
Yeah,
ahead.
violet is just a bad, like a shade of blue that should basically not even exist. Anyway, and in the other
colorist here.
side, going again for a full gas at a random amount of workers. It is Akari's top.
Oh my god, he's trying to hide the 2 drones from the probe scout, but it gets seen immediately. What the fuck is this? Cue the
Why'd you
Benny
try to
Hill
hide-
theme. What the fuck is this?
Okay, why do you hide?
'Cause he's trying to
I
go
know what this
through.
is. Yes. No, I know what this is. He's gonna go down. Please tell me this is... Yeah. He's gonna go to the other side. You make a gas, and you mine out the minerals by swapping between the gas and the minerals.
Yeah, that is it.
Yes, that's it.
I mean, it's gonna get scouted
And
here,
we have a
surely,
cannon.
though, right?
We have forge. Is it forge first? No, it's okay. It's gate forge. And a full wall again. Oh, you should have mined before. Okay, now you just confirmed this is mining. Oh, okay, you went 2 cannons and the game's over.
Oh boy. Well,
How many
yeah.
minerals does this have?
What's up?
Okay, way too much.
Yeah, it's so many. Like you need so many.
Like this strat works for like 15 to 20 mineral walls. But like for this amount, just 12 pull drone pull, like.
Yeah, the lings are here. We still got 50 minerals we gotta mine. There's a cannon done already. He's got no fucking idea. He's got... Oh, now the cannon shoots, and he's like, oh, fuck my life.
Yeah, now it's just Jover.
Time to go for the Bane bust.
Never
Never mind.
Gaming.
Oh,
Gaming. He's gonna commit to the Banelings anyway.
yeah, well, I mean, what else can you do?
Zealot first. Dude, Denny is insanely scared.
I mean...
Those are like Zerglings are gonna go through the minerals for some reason.
I mean, at this point, yeah, with this reaction, just double expand, don't go for the Baneling bust, just do what you did last game, except I guess maybe not go for the all-in.
And you have a better map, so maybe.
He's gonna come in here, he should dodge the cannon, but he'll see that this Nexus is not even finished yet. He's actually gonna be feeling pretty decent about it. Yeah, look at that. Sees the Nexus, he's like, wait a second. I think we actually have a little bit of opportunity to cook something nice here.
Yeah, Spore, fine.
All right.
I didn't say fine, because there's no Spore on the natural. Or it's gonna be late. Needs to make the Spore immediately. There's only one queen.
All right, which base does he go to with the Oracle is the question. It looks like he's scouting around first, and then we'll be heading to the natural. But with that extra scouting time, I think that means that the Spore should be done at the natural before it even gets there. Oh my god, as Heroku starts to die from his allergic reaction to terrible PVZs, I guess. Alright, well,
coming from the guy who cheesed his way through like three runs of ATL.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. The man that's known for having literally the least entertaining games award from season 2 or whatever.
Wait, which? Yeah. Do I have? Yeah. Oh yeah. The Radus head game.
Yeah.
Where nothing happens. I have a win condition. I don't recognize it because I'm assuming he has air units when he doesn't, and then I just lose.
Really,
what a
good times, honestly, good times. Oracle goes in, gets 3 drones, but at the cost of almost all of its HP, so that's a little bit of unfortunate, but any amount of drone damage at this point is actually very, very worthwhile, considering how much we shot ourselves in the foot earlier with our overcooked defense.
Ugly all in.
Oh!
This is 8 gates.
Now that is something.
Versus 6 gas on 37 workers. Which, unless you play a mass infestor, I don't think that's a ratio you're supposed to have.
We just canceled one of our gateways for some reason. 5, 6, yeah, we canceled one of our gateways because we were
scouted, I guess.
Did it get scouted? I don't think it did.
No,
No, it didn't. No, he canceled one of them because he was afraid that it was blocking his robo, whose entire purpose is just to make a flying unit this game, and that's it. So now we're gonna have one less gateway. Oh, never mind. It's being made at the natural now. No, wait, that's the other one. So yeah, we're gonna have one less gateway.
That's kind of based. Goal-based fire play.
Oh, he's
is
dead,
actually
though.
very, very sick. Yeah,
He's
I know he's
dead.
completely. It's been dead for like 5 minutes. So.
I mean, he had a chance to cook though, is the thing, but unfortunately he cooked with the wrong ingredients, and now he's about to get adept all-ins while literally having a grand total of 10 Zerglings. Oh my god, and every single one of them gets trapped in a stasis ward! Oh, it's absolute tragedy town for Hackeristop, and there's the GG. That was awesome.
Not like this.
Oh, that was awesome.
Okay, we're starting off on a banger, honestly.
Yeah.
For someone who just subs in, you know, they don't even know the map pool, like, it's kind of big.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely more entertaining than having to force a forfeit, so I'm glad we at least played that. So that's nice. Thank you, Hackeristop, for coming in on short notice to help there. But it seems as though the overall result is more of the same for the OnlyCannons team.
Yeah, no cannon rush, no wins.
Yeah, that's true. It's not even a cannon rush. They don't even know it. They can't even cannon rush. It's also true.
So now we know. All the hope is on Xeno and Naruto.
Oh,
They have to show
no.
us the way of the cannons.
Oh no. Alright, I'm actually so hyped for this second match. I'm so curious what Xeno's got cooked for a PVT. Yeah. I'm very curious.
How good do you think Coconut's cannon defense as Terran is?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because it's between clueless or he fucking labbed it for 6 months for some reason.
Yeah, I like.
There is like no in between for me.
Yeah, I don't know. This is this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna.
Because it's supposed to be impossible to cannon rush Terran. And
Well,
then Maru loses to it in fucking GSL or like.
No, it's definitely not impossible. It's hard, obviously, but if you are a cannon rusher, there is ways that you can do it. All right. So, spawning on the top right-hand side, our resident cannon rusher using the incorrect pink color for the OnlyCannons team. Will he do it? And it looks like he will. It is Xenodactyl.
And in the bottom left, yes, I know my directions. Using purple for forced Offrace, it is Secret Coconuts on Terran. As he is forced to Offrace. He forced himself to Offrace, I should say. And
Yes.
Angraf has been abducted by the Goon Squad, saying Sacred Comp.
I like that we put the GLHF right before our probe is about to enter the base. Very aptly timed.
Okay. So we're starting with a full wall.
Yeah, I do like that. I feel like that is... Well, to be honest, I don't really know how you're supposed to play against cannon rushes as Terran, because I don't cannon rush ever, so... This is not exactly my wheelhouse, but we'll see what ends up going on
I've never
here.
labbed with this, ever. My assumption is you want to rush out a factory as fast as possible with a tech lab.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's my overall
Tech lab
thought
factory,
as well.
then yeah, tech lab factory plus scouting should be either tank to break out and you do like a tank marine all in, or you seed Stargates and then you can play a very quick cyclone.
Yeah, so we're going for the bunker a bit, but back from the wall, of course, just to deny, hopefully, any forward cannon pylon progression. We don't want to lose this marine. Holy moly, okay. We're going to lose the depots, of course. That's going to supply block us. We're going to need to make sure we can get some extra ones of those. Factory down in time. I don't even think, though, that these marines are close enough to deny the probe if it wants to go to that left ledge over there. They're definitely not even in position in the bunker at the moment. I feel like they definitely need to be. I feel like the bunker could have been placed just a little bit farther forward here.
Yeah, you have the advantage of being... You can put your bunker at the edge to deny any... Oh, we're gonna... Don't lose your rank.
Save it! No, he's not... Oh my god, it was at 5 HP.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay. So now we are Xeno, we're transitioning core, and I'm assuming proxy Stargates.
Yeah. It's got to be Proxy Stargate, right? We're going to go to Tempest.
Yeah, I'm assuming that seems like the best play. And yeah, we're playing one base on the side of Coco, which also makes sense.
Alright, there's the
I
tank.
think, okay, tank first. Don't hate it. The Stargate hasn't even started, so...
Yeah, I feel like this is... Oh, I feel like this is okay. Like, I feel like we're...
So far, I think this is slight advantage Coco.
I'm curious why
And-
Xeno didn't try to get high ground cannons. Like, I don't think the probe would have died from this
You
bunker.
get denied. The problem is you always get denied because you're thinking through like as a Protoss or Zerg, like me as a Zerg. We only have like melee units.
Oh my...
So the cannon range is way bigger.
Why the hell did we just sacrifice that Adepts? Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. So we
now you
suicide
deny-
that for
yeah,
one
you're not doing it.
Marine.
Okay, yeah, Coco just knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Have you scouted anything?
No.
No. Literally, the only thing he knows is that there's a gateway and cannons on down his ramp.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, let's zoom back ahead a little bit here.
I thought I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, no,
You
sorry.
scared me.
I was going for the vision key. And I
Okay,
hit
yeah.
the B by accident. Alright, yeah, well, now the high ground vision is all gone. We can use this Adept Shade, of course, to regain that vision and kill a couple Marines, which won't actually happen because the cannon dies first. And now we're going to have just one Void Ray. It's not even the Tempest play. It's just going straight to Void Ray with no Fleet Beacon. A Void Ray against now double Viking. Oh, this is...
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked up.
Oh my god, he's just going to go for the
Wait,
tank?
No, you're not supposed to get this. Okay, you're dead. Yep. Land the Vikings, push out. Okay, yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Sacred
Yeah.
Coconut is just cracked out of his mind. Hello? Like, what am I looking
Yeah,
at
Coco
here?
just slapped the fuck out
This
of
is
this.
insane. This is a Zerg player.
Yeah, this is probably the cleanest cannon defense I've ever seen from a Terran.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness.
He's a lab guy.
He's not even... He wasn't even phased. Like, literally just every part of this defense was just actually perfect. And now the second Void Ray's out. What are you going to do against 3 Vikings? You already suicided the first one to not even
Yeah,
kill
you're
any-
getting outranged. You drain all the batteries.
I mean, if he had at least...
You know the worst part about this is the tank is hitting cannons, so he's draining batteries constantly.
Yeah. I mean, literally... I mean, our whole thing is that we're going Void Rays. Like, wouldn't you want to try to at least trade out versus the Vikings? Like, I mean, suiciding the Void Ray is one thing, but at least in that scenario, you gotta go for the only unit that can actually attack you, right? Like, you don't care about one tank pot-shotting some cannons.
If you siege Vikings, you need to make more Void Rays, and you do the same thing you do in PvP, where you just run in, beam, and then try to blow up like 3-4 things immediately. Because Tempest is never going to work against... I almost am against the Tempest play, and I feel like it should be just pure Void Ray.
No, I think Tempests are so fun.
Because-
Once you actually get a few Tempests, it's like actually insane. Like, you just outrange everything. You can't do it shit. But at this
I don't know,
point-
because you don't have vision. You're never going to be able
You
to...
can use,
use the
if you keep
vision.
an Adept alive, you have an Adept shit.
Ah, true, yeah. So like you shade, and you use the shade vision.
Yeah. Alright, well, the first Tempest is
Okay,
out, so that's at least going to put
yeah,
some
third-
amount of
third
pressure
base.
here, but I feel like...
You're just spamming Vikings with a third base, and probably gonna make orbital and land it to the corner or something. Okay.
this is
And
just-
once the last cannon dies, this is Giga over.
Yeah, well, this is definitely coming up for Cope of the Year award very soon here. I mean, we're going to have 2 Tempest, I guess, which is something. Some of these batteries are getting their energy back, so it's also nice, but
How many Vikings is this?
It's a
already
lot.
6.
It's gonna be 7 very soon. Well, 2 Tempest are out, so let's see what happens here. Again, we need to be targeting these Vikings.
Coco, the unit control is not necessarily there, but the fear in like the build order.
Yeah.
Like the whole overall strategy is really good.
All right, we get one of the Vikings. We're gonna get a 3rd Tempest out pretty quickly here. Hold up. Hold up just a second.
I mean, you were right on the Tempest being cracked.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like, it's literally insane. And a lot of these Vikings are pretty low. We're kind of healing the wrong ones as well. These Vikings... Now we're going to go into the cannons. Hold up. Okay. Dude,
okay,
attack the Vikings,
pros.
please. You know, the tank is not that
No
important
way.
right now. I get it. That's very hard. We want our cannons alive, but the Vikings are the thing that end the game right now. Just kill them. Okay, there we go.
Wait, is Zeno gonna pull this one?
I think he is. Oh, no.
Okay,
we need the
please micro.
Oh, my God. Okay, there we
Oh
go.
my god, wait, we're actually winning.
Oh my
No
God, he
fucking
leaves.
thought. No way. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Tempest broke. Tempest
What?
OP, what?
I mean,
I honestly think this is Coco throwing. This is just
no, definitely. I think it is Coco throwing, but I mean that is also why you go Tempest. Like they're fucking insane. But also,
like
apparently
what
he
is
only had
South
4 on
going
gas. At some point, he apparently had no gas because he only had 4 on gas that whole time. I think. Chat was
Oh
saying.
yeah, it's just that's a big mistake because you're actually gonna one base this the whole time.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
And you can just sack unit, like literally just dive is like you can almost sack unit as Coco because you have so much more. Like you just dive his Tempest every time.
It was your first time playing against cannons. Honestly,
But
dude.
you didn't do any practice?
Honestly, dude, the initial defense was like actually so good. Like I was beyond
Initial
impressed.
defense is amazing. It
Yeah.
is near perfect. And I think you just blunder the like execution when you try to break out slowly.
I think there's definitely a point where he could have just dove the first Tempest. Like I think he was too afraid of the cannons like doing something. But there's only like 1 cannon I think at some point. And I think you just dive the Tempest way earlier when it was like 6 Vikings to 1 Tempest, and then you just move the tanks in, and then that's it.
The scary thing is, it's kind of the same thing with like the Immortal proxy against Zerg, where like 1 Immortal, 1 Prism is kind of scary, and then when it's 5, 6 Immortals, you just lose no matter what you have.
Yeah. Well,
blame anything. True.
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 All right, let's see what happens.
When I played you on
next
EU,
one.
your marine control is definitely pinged related.
All right, let's see. I can't believe you won that. It's so ridiculous.
That is
shit, I didn't update
ridiculous.
The scoreboard at all.
The
Shit.
power of cannons and friendship.
Yes. All right. Bottom left-hand side with an incredible initial defense and unfortunately flubbing the execution on the micro afterwards. It is Sacred Coconut. Xenodactyl's up here.
Top,
okay, Heroku died for a second.
Yeah, don't worry. In the top right, I'm not gonna do Lorimbo and like announce in the middle of the game.
Sure.
Top right, the hero. We need the hero. Maybe we don't deserve for Cannon team. It is Zeno with amazing proxy Tempest.
I love how he does it
control.
every single time when he's about to get up the ramp. It's so fucking disgusting, but...
I mean, he just checks. You just check. He's like, is he gonna let me win the game for free, or do I have to work for it? Aluton says he deserves a hero. I think you did suffer a lot. You do deserve something.
However, they are also the team that put in the least amount of effort at the very beginning.
Their logo?
Yeah, with
That's
the logo
actually
and
true,
the name
you know.
and everything. So do they really deserve anything? I feel like this is exactly what they deserve.
You know, it's funny. I have a 2 out of 3 wins with logos. 'Cause I've made like 6 logos, and I won. My logos have won 2 events.
The theoretical
Technically,
ones, yes. Those are the most
theoretical one,
important.
yeah. That's why I try to make as many logos every season. So I can
That's the
brag
reason.
that I am.
So that we
Guys,
say,
I
I
technically
wasn't
won
on
the
the
league,
team,
guys.
but I made their logo.
I made the PNG that they use.
I made all of the pixels that formulate their identity. Alright, so this is the same opener, obviously. We're going to see the exact same thing. The Devos are going to die. We're going to get the factory. We have all of the things mining gas this time, so that's definitely
and I think
important.
we have a completely out of position bunker again.
Well, we can definitely get stuff on the left
Can we
side
creep
here.
this one? Is he gonna creep up? No.
No, he's going to just leave it again.
I would love for him to make like a very back pylon and then try to creep the cannons forward. But
Yeah,
I think if you're not fast enough, the tank comes up and it's pointless.
I think the thing
It's
here
probably-
is that he doesn't really want to waste the resources doing that. I think he wants to just try and get the Stargate up as fast as possible.
Yeah. I think you want the... That's also what I thought. It's probably... You just want to get it to Tempest, because that's when you win. So you just have the block of, like, battery cannon, the proxy setup, and then make your Tempest.
Yeah.
We have 4 on gas, because we need so much gas.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Yeah, 4 on gas for Xeno, sadly.
Alright, let's hopefully we
Also,
don't lose
hacking
this
the
first
proxy,
adept
that's
again.
You can tell who's used to this and not. Like, the probe checking the third base if there's no command center being floated.
Yeah.
Checking every one of the other probe in attack move, like shift clicked everywhere. So we checked all the proxy locations. Like, adepts, send in, scouts, back out.
Please don't lose
please
it
don't
this time.
accept it.
Why? We're doing nothing else. Nothing is happening
No,
in the game. And
not
the
like
Zealot?
this.
Nothing is happening. There's nothing else to look at. That's the only thing that needs to be looked at. How does this even happen?
Dude, if Xeno had... Oh my god. We need to like trap him and like force him to play like unit control. And then he's gonna be like 5k.
My god.
It's so sad because he's doing all the right moves and then he's like throwing units for no reason.
Maybe he yeets the units so he can F2. It's actually, that is literally the most sensible thing that I can think of
I
in
hate
regards to
how
why he did that,
it's
though.
probably real considering.
I
this
know,
controller
like, just
play.
think about, like, if you just think about it, that's actually potentially true. Oh god, I thought I was gonna say we can just click on that void or that Viking.
Just beam the. Okay, no, you don't have energy. I was like, yeah, now you have energy. Beam the. Just beam the.
Attack the void, the Vikings! Why are we running
Yeah, just beam the
away?
Viking.
Oh, just shoot the fucking thing. It was right there.
Okay, we're actually in dire straits right now. This is.
Yeah, we don't have as
Very
many
hard.
cannons and batteries set up this time as we did last time, so the amount of staying power
Cannons
we
are
have
gonna
here is
drain
now
all the
worse.
energy again. The tanks are gonna drain all
And
the
now we're
energy.
gonna go on to one of the Vikings, but no battery energy means that the Voider is just gonna
Take
die.
this fight with no battery energy against 3 Vikings instead of like the 2 that were brought.
Yeah,
before.
we had battery energy the first time too. Like we needed to.
Yeah, the Tempest, we're on top of the Tempest.
All right, one of the Vikings should die here at least.
If
so
this
that's
Hero
nice.
Tempest does it again, I'm just gonna screw.
Well,
Okay, we remember. Please go repair.
all right, Vikings are gonna get on top of the. Yeah,
did.
there we go.
Okay, never mind.
Just
yeah,
dive
we're on
it.
top
That's
of
what we're talking
everything.
about. Yes.
Yeah, just camp the Stargate. It's
There it is. All right, much better execution from Coco this time. Able to get down the ramp nice and quickly, gets on top of the Tempest, and now there's. Oh my god, we're going for a mothership.
I mean, kind of based.
I mean, sure, but also.
Wait. No, the new. Hold on. The new mothership, technically, is the
I
highest
canceled
CPS in the entire game.
He canceled it.
I canceled it fast.
Okay. Well,
I
the
almost
game's
like
over.
it though.
This is so cope. I can't even believe it.
I mean, that's.
How have we not
I've
left the
heard
game
his
right now?
philosophy that if you win, he lets you
Okay,
kill
there we go.
him. But I just want him to leave.
Well,
Yep. Okay, 1-1. So we don't need a hero anymore. We need a divine intervention at this point. We need a Luton 2-0 into ace match 2-0 and you win, which is highly probable.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, yeah, Aluton. I mean, the question is just is Celsius playing at captain's level MMR or is he playing at pool 2 MMR? Because apparently, either is possible on any day. So that's the real question we need to ask ourselves.
Yeah, thank you to Sacred Coconuts who wanted to make it more interesting for viewers.
Oh, nice. A good old content game. I love it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was his warm-up, you know, because he didn't find a cannon rusher to cannon rush his Terran.
Oh my god, I can't. Okay, there we go. Bop. Okay.
Bop.
Here we are in our potentially final match of this series. Spawning on the bottom right-hand side, the captain of the OnlyCannons team, who's done only a few things this season so far, but we'll see if this ends up being one of the other ones to add to the list. It's Aluton.
And on the other side, the captain for forced Offrace. In the purple, it is Celsius going for a gas pull very quickly.
And Aluton sticking to the guns, will be cannon rushing for his 5th out of 5 games so far this season.
Shout out to Hyper One making a map with literally 200 cannon spots with all those lovely little corners.
Yeah. Oh, going for the gas steal.
If you're a map maker, please make your maps as straight as possible so no one can cannon. Except up the ramp so all the Protoss can suffer against.
Oh my god, he lost the probe. It got fucking pulled and surrounded. Oh my god, we lost one of the probes.
Why would you even risk this?
Oh boy. Well.
Oh, double gateway.
Whoa, a fast second gate. That is extremely interesting. Okay. What?
I guess that telegraphs blink play. And
Very
you stole the
interesting.
second gas. Dude, I hope this baits sell. Yeah. Perfect. You stole the second gas, like, please don't make roaches. And then he goes roaches, and then you're gonna go blink.
Well, I mean, the blink is still going to take a long time. Like, we don't even have a cyber core just yet. Like, we only just
Cyber's
made that
here.
right now.
The links run by. Didn't even notice where the cannons are. Is he gonna catch the second probe coming out? Nope, because he's gonna go around. Cannon at home. And I hope this is in time. Wait, can you force the cyber?
No, I think it's fine.
Yes, it's gonna be close, but it's gonna. Oh,
Okay,
5? Wait, you can hit it with 5.
We figured this out
Okay, don't
last
even
week
attempt.
where the same situation happened. And then, yeah, the cannon does finish in time. It's totally okay. And now we got our stalkers out from our 2 gatois.
Yeah.
And let's see how
Thank
much
you,
this is able
27
to do.
second stalkers.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
27 second adept was too broken in 2018, so that had to be changed. But
Yes.
in the meantime, you know, the Terrans have found the ghost button. So now the matchup is even for Terrans in their mind.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see how this ends up
Time to
going
put
here.
on pressure, clicking. Oh, nice dodge.
All right, going on to the first
Rolled
roaches.
up
This is
micro
a
now.
lot of stalkers already, and the roaches are getting microed back though. Nicely done to keep those alive for now. The Ravager, of course, very important to keep alive. Oh, could have gotten actually a surround there with the Lings perchance, but the cannons would have been a bit difficult. Heals up those stalkers. We'll be able to get right back into it. Second battery is definitely needed. We need to get more energy healing potential with these stalkers. Oh, supply blocked actually, by the way, Salcidus.
Luckily for Aluton, he plays way too much arcade, so those type of weird macro battles is something he's used to.
Oh, the Lings!
Oh,
Oh, the 6th round is
that's
gonna
good.
net in two Stalker kills. I love
It's
it.
kind of big, but we traded all our Zerglings. Also, Twilight Council is not on deck at all. We're just going to parting this. Just raw, full Stalker.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Quick.
Whoop. He's not going Warp Gate, he's just going full throttle with Stalker production non-stop. Doesn't really have the gas right yet to be able to get that.
I actually don't know this. If you go Warp Gates, is the cooldown on the Warp Gate the same if you do no matter what unit you make?
Yes. Right? Yeah, it is.
And it is 30 seconds. For Stalker, no, because so it depends on the build time. Okay, so it is basically the cooldown is the build time.
I'm confused
It's
with
the
what the
same
question is now.
My question is, if you go Warp Gate, is building Stalker slower?
Like, is it slower to build a Stalker out of a gateway than it is with Warp Gate?
Yeah. Like, if you spam them out of gateways, it's better than spamming them out of Warp Gates.
Huh.
Fuck you, Gemini.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess the
2
difference
years
is you have
later.
front-loaded production, because you just produce and then it's cooldown, instead of the other way where you spend the money and wait for it to come out.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't
This
know.
has been pretty good.
These Stalkers are killing
So far
everything.
It's been very good on the Luton.
Thank you.
Grinding down the Zerg.
Yeah, thank you, Echo, by the way, for 2 years of subscriptions. You're very cool and awesome. I'll see you on the cast in a little bit today. Thank you for joining or showing up on time. Yeah, roaches are just dying like as they get spawned out here. That micro is a bit strange from Alton, but okay, we'll still eventually get a roach. I mean, this is looking extremely good for him. Morph Gate is going to be done now. Finally ended up having the gas for it. He's going to be able to get it. Twilight Council also is on the back end. I mean, okay, well, that was the worst
Blink is
micro
on
of all
Stalker.
time, but...
Yeah, and the Twilight Council, the latest Twilight Council of all time, but it is here.
It's not late. What the fuck? You can't get it that fast if you're going double gate Stalker.
I guess, yeah.
It's like a late game
just
transit.
need
It's like a game ending thing. It's like once you get the huge lead, then it's like, okay, now I just go get Blink, and then there's no possible way I can lose.
Okay, you don't rush into it.
Yeah. That'd be suicide. Alright, there's a decent number of roaches out right now, but the problem is that without Ravagers, we can't ever actually push this cannon contain back. There's no way to actually dislodge this position, and so Alton honestly has all the time he needs.
It's for someone with a natural, this is very low drone count. Oh, I just realized he took 1 gas in each base.
Yeah, that's true. A little interesting there. Alright, we're trying to push through. Unfortunately, again, unable to do much, as one of the bios doesn't even hit the cannon. Blink is starting up as well, so once that gets
we can
online,
one-tap
we're going to be
roaches
cooking.
now.
Oh my god, we're like one-shotting roaches right now.
Yeah, that's very bad. Okay, 3 gateway now. We have warp gates. Blink is on the way. I think as soon as we get Blink, this is completely over.
Yeah. Might already be over,
Wasn't
honestly.
already. It pretty much is. Like, there's no perspective of. Like, you don't even have to be super active with the stalkers anyway.
I mean, it's still good to, obviously, to be able to pick away as much as possible, because then if they do kind of get some massive roach ball, maybe you kind of get
As long as you have
overwhelmed.
the
But
energy and the batteries to go heal back up.
yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Go back into your cannons.
Oh, it's
and
cooked.
it's over. Yes,
It is so cooked. Blink's not even going to be needed. Ravager's
Just
getting
ignoring the
one-shotted.
freeze kind of base. They don't do any damage anyway. Oh, that's walking to Biles, showing dominance.
Yeah. And there's the
Triple
GG. Uh-huh.
A great, good game. True and real.
All right, we're not done just yet. Hold up.
We're on the
Alton.
way. The dream is alive.
Alton is he does have a way to get this into an ace match here. It's not over. Nothing is impossible. The King Cannon Rusher himself is here to stay.
He can show that his team has a future next season, but still a future.
Imagine 2-0 the captain and then ace match against the same captain. Oh, what if?
And what if they throw a curveball and send, I don't know, someone else from their team forcing an off race?
No, that would be
And then
very
he
on
spine
brand.
rushes and wins anyway.
That would be very on brand. Alrighty. Let's see. Can Alton bring this to the ace match? Honestly, if you're forced off race, you really, really don't want that to happen. Even if you win in the off race or win in the ace match, you don't really want to get there. Like you need as many wins as you can get.
It is the worst map score you can get.
Yeah, like you
Like,
really
either
need to
win
make
is
sure you
the
get
top
anything you
three.
can here.
Really bad. And there's a big difference between 3 losses, 4 wins, and like 4-2.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely is. And the man trying to ruin the dream of the forced off race team, it is Alton in the bottom left-hand side going yet again for 6 of 6. This split. Cannon rushes every single game he's been on the stream. Top right is also this. Thank you, Heroku. Anyways, moving on. Let's see what the cannons ends up being on this map, as we can actually get into the main base with our probe, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going for the Mega Giga Chad ball sack version.
It's the one Zeno did to me.
Oh
Where you
my
backdoor
god. I kind of love
this
it.
one. Is he going to scout for it?
Yes.
He's going to accidentally scout for it.
Oh
by
no,
going to-
it's an... Oh, if he had just made the pylon at the top
Wait,
side
go, go, go,
first.
go, go. Wait, no, I didn't realize he got scouted.
Oh
Wall? Can
no.
you hold it? No.
No.
Wait, he's going to cage on the other side.
What?
No. Bait?
Oh, what's going on here?
Master
Oh
Baiter?
no. Alton needs this win so bad.
Double gate?
Oh
What is
no.
Spine is here.
We're going for Zealot Rush now, apparently. Or hiding a pylon on the bottom side so we can potentially...
No.
Okay.
Okay, we're going for the proxy here. Double gate again.
Oh no, we're gonna draw it with our... Oh my god, he doesn't see it! He moved the probe at the last possible second to make sure the Lings did not follow it over to the right side. He still does not know that this is down here just yet. Celcidus might currently be getting rused. He might think that this cannon rush is fully defended. He's going for the Roach Warren anyway, though. So we might just be thinking about this still anyways, but he's gonna go for the hatch. Alright, hold
when
up.
you're against the Forge and no expand, so you're like a Ravager all-in is very hard to stop for a Luton. And I think the scary part is you can actually, as Cell, you can actually ignore the cannon proxy here. So as a Luton, I would almost like a pylon and then try to close off this area so he can't escape his main easily. Yeah, this pylon is good.
Alright, we will finally see this
Unless
now.
it's in range of the Roach.
Yeah. The Cybercore's not even close to done just yet. Ravager's being built in his face.
You're seeing Ravagers and you can't do anything about it. It's very sad.
Yeah, this is brutal. This is not what Alton wants to see, and he even has 2 cannons right next to each other, so Biles are going to be so good against that. Forces the cancel. Double Stalker Chrono coming out. We're actually losing a lot of HP to the cannons. Hold up.
Wait, the Stalkers are going to
The Stalkers are going to come in. They're going to clean this up. You don't need to run away from that, Alton. Go forward.
Get a free Roach.
Oh my god. This micro.
You got the free Roach.
No, the Stalker!
Oh my god. So much damage.
God.
Okay, supply block him.
No, he's got enough
No, he doesn't.
overlords, thankfully. So he won't get supply blocked with this.
Holy.
Alright, it's on.
Okay, we're playing the video game right now.
We have a game. Why does he only have 1 gas? That's a great question, actually. Yeah, Alton only has 1 gas
I don't
right
know
now.
why he's playing your Ravager style.
I love Gemini, you know.
problem is that we...
on one, no speedling.
Yeah, but also we can't get up this ramp.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, and that now is when you have to rush the Twilight, but it's like you're already so far behind.
You didn't open the thing, so.
Oh, no. But we're also only on one gas, so we can't rush the Twilight. So we just have to try and bust up the fucking ramp, even though there's a spine crawler up here.
How many
extremely
extremely
awkward.
awkward. Do just 18 damage. 333, yeah, you would need like, I don't know, probably like 10 stalkers or something. And then you can 2-shot.
I mean...
Okay, we're in a depth for scouting. I guess you're gonna want to... I don't know if you want to break this, but probably because it's a better attack angle to make him stuck on one base.
I mean, because if you don't try to do anything, like what do we even do? We can't just sit here making stalkers 2 at a time against a 1.5, actually literally 2 full. It's basically 2 bases because we have half gold minerals. You're on a full 2-base economy as a Zerg player. Like you can't fucking hope to just sit here.
Just spam road thing and just bust your main, and then you don't have money.
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough here. I mean, we only just have our second gas now. Still no tech coming up with this. No Twilight, no nothing. We're just slow there. We finally do get it, but it's extremely late. And I mean, Salcidus is just like sitting here being like, all right, yeah, you just want to sit down there? That's fine. I've got a full economy this time. I'm ready to just make a bunch of roaches and lings and ravagers and even some spine crawlers if I need to.
You can expand even more.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can literally just keep going to the bottom.
Yeah, you never have to attack. You just keep making a massive army and slowly... Oh, if he gets surrounded, it's completely over. Okay, cannons. Can cannons do this?
I don't think this is the time to do this, yeah.
You definitely never want to fight this self. You just hold your ramp and get, like, literally go to 200 supply.
I saw Celsius Ling flood Hearthstone kill every probe and still lose. Yes, I saw that game as well. That was very fun. Hearthstone literally got put down to 6 probes versus like 22 or something like that, and Celsius managed to lose the game.
I mean, I almost lost to a Terran today because he did some dumbass thing. I killed every single probe, every single SCV. He muled. I killed all the mules. And he wasn't going he was going double port BCE, so I got scared. You know, maybe flashback from the coconut games, but
Jesus Christ. Still probably harder to win than this game, to be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's so funny. I mean,
okay.
Alton
We're on
is...
2 base SL. We're going for Mass Roach against Blink Stalker, Cannon Battery.
When you even see Celsius scouting around with a Ling to all the extra bases, is like, surely Alton is like hiding a ninja base, right? Surely he's not just sitting on one base. Just
but no.
hoping.
The mind of a cat rusher goes beyond our understanding.
We've got 11 stalkers. We're gonna have Blink soon, but it's like, what does 11 stalkers do, even with Blink, against 15 Lings and like 30 roaches?
You're never winning a fight outside of your 12 cannons.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Alright. Blink is finished. What are we gonna do here? It's gonna be a bit of a heart sinker here when Alton walks up and sees that many roaches. It's kind of funny that they don't have speed, but I don't think I've ever seen this many roaches without speed before. It like looks strange. Yeah, I guess maybe. It does still just look kind of strange to me.
It is strange. It is not even how I would approach this. Like, you probably want more Ravagers and more Lings.
Yeah, but I think it honestly isn't gonna matter that much.
It's not gonna matter that much, yeah.
We have sentries here though, so that could actually get a little awkward if he tries to go up the ramp. Although we're going to go for the Guardian Shield. Alright, there's the 2 force fields, but we're not really trapping anything at this point. And we are going to try to bust up this ramp. Again, not exactly necessary as Celsius. We can continue to just make so many units because we have a perfect economy. Our opponent is now
Well,
supply
they're away,
blocked.
but we're still on 2 base. Although it is versus 1 base, so the economy, Luton's economy is surprisingly good because his long distance mining is is over base.
That sounds. Oh, this is
His
so
long distance
dumb.
mining the goal, that is glorious. That is, I love this map. Should be in the ladder pool. This is perfect.
No.
I mean, we. Oh,
I'm
God,
so
but
happy
he's
that
the-
I'm not playing in this split. I like
just because of this.
thought about it. I was like, you know what? If I don't play, I don't give a fuck what maps we have. It's like, yeah, sure, the ones that I voted for didn't get in,
Funny
but
map.
oh my god, I can just watch everyone else suffer for the greater good of the entertainment. This is awesome. And so now, finally, after way too long, looks like Celsius is going to manage to break down here. Blinking away from all of the batteries is a Luton, and actually he's going to somehow clean this up. Jesus Christ, cannon battery is so
Fucking
good.
go.
Jesus
No,
Christ,
done.
roaches are just
No,
the
done.
worst unit of all time.
With the cannon, let's go. This should not be a win ever. But
No, he's
I don't
not
know
gonna
why
win,
we're
bro.
refusing to expand.
He's not going to win. It's Surd.
No, he
You
is
need
gonna-
to get
I
multiple
believe-
rounds of units. You know, the whole
I believe in the
inefficiency
potential
thing.
of Celsius throwing this game.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, okay, yeah, no, this is too much.
No, there's no chance. It looks dumb, but you know this is the whole point. So your economy is so cooking that you just get multiple waves. Sure, it's not efficient.
First wave didn't do anything, but the second wave's gonna cook this.
Yeah.
And like this is how we're seeing the first, like the last game of our cannon team.
They live and
We
die
had
by the
something
cannons.
Well, they even die by the cannons. I think they just didn't cannon enough because their cannon win rate is not that bad.
Yeah. It's not the worst, considering that very few other teams are doing it, but they're also the team that is out in last place.
You name yourself only cannon. You pick, well, at least one cannon rusher.
Ba-ba-bum.
You're in a prep team league. Like, you should get completely dumpstered. It's like if I
Alright.
make a team that's called only 12 pull and we just 12 pull every game, like it just hard counter it, and it's you're not gonna win.
A third of the OnlyCannons map wins all season happened today. Wow. That's a statement.
That is quite insane.
That is
but
a
it
statement.
They've only won 6 maps the entire season,
Yes, that is correct.
so they are barely edging. They're 1 map a week, more than 1 map a week.
Yeah, they barely got it. They barely got more than 1 map a week.
That is very sad.
Who? Well, yeah. It's quite unfortunate that we ended up having to cast them the most out of everything. So we literally saw them just like all the time. But yeah, well, that's just kind of how it played out. Bit unfortunate, but see you later, OnlyCannons. We won't miss you until next split, I guess.
Next split, yeah.
I'm really curious what ends up happening in the shuffle if we end up having to move anything around for this team.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can actually pick themselves up for the next split after the mid-season shuffle. I'm very curious. But anyways, congratulations, of course, to Forced Offrace. That does keep them in contention for the playoffs and the deciding matches. A relatively strong victory from them. We do still need, of course, to see a couple of other teams kind of lose out pretty hard, I think, overall, for them to actually barely make it through. But this, of course, has heightened their chances as much as possible. Well, obviously, a 5-1 or 6-0 would have been even better, but this at least puts them somewhat close to barely nabbing the 3rd place spot in Group B.
Yeah, Group B is very close. We have 3 teams at 2-2. Like, there were 2-2 before coming into this last week, and they are basically all fighting for the last spot.
Yeah.
And even the teams on at 3-1, like mine and Letalex team, were I don't think we're guaranteed to make it out. Like depending on crazy map scores.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting. I'm very curious what ends up happening overall. Anyways, thank you, Heroku, for joining me here on this extremely interesting cast of the OnlyCannons team. Any words to part us out with?
Well, it was a pleasure to cast. It's always nice to be a part of this team league, and I'm gonna go play S Evo now, which is why I needed this slot and not the next one.
Nice, okay. Very good. All right, thank you very much. I'll see you later. I'm going to join on over to the analyst desk so we can wrap this match up. Let's go ahead and see what they have to talk about. Hello and welcome back, Cobal Stone and Reality. How are we doing?
Hi.
Doing good. Watching some quality StarCraft.
Very quality indeed. I agree with that. Reality, how did you think of your boy Zeno coming with that first map, that first map that he fucking pulled out his ass?
So the first map, I had the stream muted, so I don't know if the casters talked about it, but the Stargate was heavily delayed. They forgot to saturate their second gas. So that was a pretty massive blunder, but it was made up for the counter blunder from Coco to not make the second tank. So the break on the cannon and battery siege was a lot slower than it should have been. They both corrected for this in the second game, and it seemed that Sacred Coco was able to come out on top. So it seems like the lack of second tank was a bigger blunder than forgetting to saturate your second gas.
Yeah,
it's the only logical conclusion we can make there.
Only logical conclusion. I agree. There's nothing else to be gained from those matches. Cobblestone, what was your favorite highlight of the match?
My prediction being right again.
Nice.
It's a pretty good highlight. No, joke aside, even though I'm the best fucking predictor in the game right now, I think there was no favorite highlight and just least annoying lowlights. This is just annoying to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was just screaming at my screen, fucking do this, do this, do this, or like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
Cobblestone
it was
hate
just
watching.
like, yeah, I was legit hate watching. I fucking hate cheese. And I hate cheesers.
Yeah, you chose the worst match to be an analyst for, if that is your opinion of StarCraft.
That's
Cobble.
true, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But at least I got to see some cheesers lose, so pretty good in the end.
That is true. So what was your best low light?
Oh, the walking into Storm was pretty banger.
That was
and then
sick.
like getting the Hive on 50 drones but not getting any lurker upgrades is pretty decent. The roach A move into like all the cannons when you could literally just send 5 roaches across and force a recall was pretty good too. It was just a beautiful dance of just random monkey shit.
I think the walk up the ramp with the Hydra Lurker was my overall favorite. That was just honestly incredible. And of course, here's our wonderful closure to the OnlyCannons team, as they are now eliminated 100%, as if they weren't already last week. But yeah, anyways, maybe they can rebound a little bit for the summer split if they end up changing or swapping around anybody from the team in the little shuffles spot. Very curious. Anyways, since there's apparently nothing else to talk about for that match, what are you excited for going into the playoffs next week, Cobblestone?
Well, I'm actually very excited, not playoffs, but Group B, if we, the Packet Crusaders, win our match and Feline win their match, it could be 5 teams at a 3-2 match score. And I think that would be pretty hype to have such a close group and forgetting the team that fucking literally sucks. Could be very cool to see a match that just gets determined by map and like every map counts. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's just because our map score is absolutely fucking skyrocket. +7 while being 2-2 is just really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and going to the playoffs, I don't know. I've not really checked the Group A because it's not my group. But I actually hope that the Gooners and Probably Overslept make it through because I think they're very cool teams and I like the players on them. So I'm hoping for those teams to make it through somehow. But I heard it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, they definitely need, especially probably, definitely need a bit of a miracle today. I mean, they need to really smack the Goobers, and I think they need some other matches to also just kind of go their way to luck out. So it'll be a bit rough, but the Gooners definitely have a very solid shot if they are able to win their match convincingly this week. But yeah, the all three twos in the Group B could definitely make for a very interesting situation at the end of this week. I do love it when it's just like one map deciding the placings and stuff like that. It makes it very fun and very interesting. Always makes it, justifies the whole stream every match and everything kind of a rule that we do. Reality, what are you? I know you don't follow too much about what's going on, but any final words here or anything about the upcoming matches or I don't know, whatever you want to talk about?
Well, I just wanted to use this opportunity to let Aluton know that there's a free agent pool 2 player that he could pick up that has some creative builds in case he wanted to make some roster swaps.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Nice. A nice little bit of advertisement. Willingly putting yourself in the worst team by far of the league. A very bold move, Reality. At least someone's doing it.
The worst team that doesn't even have a match left to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna be.
Well, no, he
next
means for
split.
the next split. He means for his summer split.
Yeah, because you can't make roster changes until after Super Duper.
So you're asking Aluton to pick you,
I'm just saying, like, I'm out there.
knowing his
I'm out
team has won a total of 7 maps.
6. I think it's 6.
No, it's actually 7.
Oh, it is 7. You're right. Never mind. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, well, I mean, you
That's
do you. I'm just gonna keep
insane.
like DMing every captain that's before Aluton, begging them to pick me before he does.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me here on this very interesting match and the analysis desk for it. Very much appreciated. Hopefully, Cobble and you can continue on to the playoffs because it's very funny casting your games. And hopefully, Reality can get swapped in for the summer split. We'll see him there later. Or maybe he can even play in the Super Tournament. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Alrighty. That's our first match all completed. It's going to be 4-2 for Forced Offrace. We're going to be taking a little bit of a breaky poo, so that way I can switch everything up and go to the bathroom and all that good yada yada stuff. And we're going to have one more match, another 5 versus 6th place from Group A, which again only has a possibility for one team to make it. But I don't fucking care. That's just how it ended up going. I'm sorry. We need to make sure we cast as many teams as much as possible. I didn't want to leave Probably Overslept with only one match casted on the broadcast. So that's how that works. Anyways, I will see you guys in a little bit. And don't go anywhere, because if you do, I hate you. Okay, bye-bye. All right, we're back. We're so back. It's time for another match of 1-3 Kings, with Probe-ably Overslept going against the Return of the Goobers. And like I said before, it was apparently supposed to be, according to Ardent, that the Return of the Goobers actually still did have some amount of a chance, despite being extremely small, to make it into the playoffs. However, Liquipedia says that it's apparently impossible. So, literally what would have to happen, though, for that possible fairy tale scenario would be that the Goobers need to 6-0. So, if literally a single map is taken by Probe-ably... What the fuck? Why is their name Probe-ably Asleep? Heroku, what the fuck? It's just not their name at all. Why? What the fuck? Oh my god. Anyways, literally if one map at all is taken by Probe-ably Overslept, then the smallest chance of the Goobers having even anything is completely dashed and they're done. Heroku, why is it every week? Fuck. Oh my god. Can I go 1 week without there being a typo? Fuck me. Alright, anyways. Yeah, so we have literally a very small scenario where the Goobers can possibly maybe do something, perhaps. But it's literally so unlikely that even Liquipedia doesn't believe it's possible. So that's basically the situation we're in. But Probe-ably Overslept only was on the stream once this season, or this split, so I want to make sure that everyone gets as much time as possible. So I must cast them, and that is where we are now. So we're going to move over to the analyst desk to see what they think about this wonderful upcoming match featuring Grandpa Shoot and Angrath. Hello and welcome, you two.
Привет, комрад Danila.
Привет.
Good afternoon.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, everybody. So yes, some hopefully still entertaining matches, even though it is only going to be Probe-ably Overslept, whose outcome is likely to be determined and important. We should still hopefully have something interesting here. So just to quickly, again, mention the matches, because I didn't yet, is Bull Mjolja going against Sebestus. Thank God Deadly Kitten is not casting this match. Jesus Christ.
You mean Sebsedes?
Yes,
Sebsididus.
Asbestos. Then we have Franz versus Ezreal, and then Goblin versus Fiant. So some very interesting matches, honestly, today. I'm actually kind of hyped. Overall, I actually did like this match regardless, going into it.
Oh, he said Sebsidus. Now I remember. Sorry, it took me a while.
Yeah,
Sebsidus.
Yeah, that's what he was. He kept going for Sebsidus. Yeah. Anyways, I'm trying as best as I can to say his name. Anyways, so yes, any specific thing sticking out to you guys in this match that you're excited for? Angra, we can start with you.
Specific thing I'm excited about is the Ezreal versus France. Because first of all, it's a pool-free game. And second of all, Ezreal did hint me a bit like that was basically like some of the NA PvP stuff. That's what he told me. So I'm very excited to see it. Like pool 3 NA PvP. Like what can be better?
Yeah, I agree with you, especially if it ends up going long and we get Disruptor Wars, as I love low pool Disruptor Wars. My favorite thing ever to watch. Grandpa Shoot, what about you? Anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Bull against Sebsidus. Sebestes. I think
Do you mean
whatever the Seb name is, I'm very excited to watch this one because it's a clash of cultures. You know, we have the NA ladder legend Bull against Sebestes, who is going to probably show us the EU, you know, cuck game style with, you know, a lot of expansions and and macroing. So it's gonna be exciting.
I mean, last time I saw Sebedes play, he did some very interesting builds. Like, you remember this ZVT he played against?
Oh yeah. He kinda owned. Yeah, that was cooking. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe Sebestes should go there.
These are some interesting builds from Sepsis.
Subsadus. Yeah, we should keep an eye on this one.
We should keep telling his name wrong every time.
East. I thought you
We
said
should find how many
West.
variations we can come up with until the end of stream.
Someone please
Yeah,
make
like
that.
Sebaderas.
Sebestus. I thought you said asbestos. Okay, anyways.
Oh, it's not
Let's-
Sepsidus? I thought it's Celsidus and just Sepsidus.
That's
Wait,
what he
I
was
thought
doing.
it's
Yeah, Deadly
Celsius
Kittens.
playing.
He like combined Sebestus and Celsius. That's what it sounded like he was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sepsidus.
Anyways,
I think it's also PTSD from playing so many Zergs and training with Celsidus
maybe.
in preparation for Lilipad. And now he has like a trauma, and he keeps mixing the two.
It's honestly, I've been gaslit now because now I'm reading it in my head as Sebestus or Sebsidus,
Yeah.
even though
Now
it
I'm
is,
not sure what's
even
the
though
right
it
one,
is
you know?
Sebestus. Yeah, no, it's
I love,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
it's
love
rough.
how you like tell that you keep reading it wrong, and then the moment you say it, you pronounce it right.
Yeah, I know because I looked at it. I like made sure I was like looking at it, and then I just
Same.
like a normal human being with literacy skills, I read it normally. So I guess I needed to not look at the name to go with that joke. But anyways, what is our score prediction overall, Engrath? What are you expecting here?
Fuck it, I'm gonna go like 5-1 for Goobers.
Whoa.
I think if Goobers 5-1, they still have a chance.
No, they literally need a
That's what
6-0.
Scantel-
They have to
that's
6-0.
what Scantel said that like they need 5-1 to be somewhat competitive or something.
No, they need a 6-0 unless Ardent
Okay,
is
then I'm
just
gonna-
lying to me.
Okay, that's interesting.
So if
Yeah,
you're
can't
going for
confirm,
the
yeah.
ultra dominant prediction, you might as well go balls to the wall and go for the 6-0 prediction.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna just 6-0.
Nice, good. I'm glad I could keep your manhood intact here. Grandpa shoot. What do you think?
Oh, Sebas says
Oh.
we do though. The 5-1.
Wikipedia is
Wikipedia is
just
wrong.
wrong.
Oh,
What do you mean?
okay.
We do what though?
Sebestus is kind of edging here.
What does
I
we
I think he's
do?
talking about. I think he's
mean?
talking about the 5-1.
5-1. No, I know it
Right?
says it's you're eliminated, but that's what I'm saying. But when Ardent was going through this, he told me that apparently you need a 6-0 and then you need one of the other things. Okay, they
Can't wait to do some math on stream.
yeah we need 6-0. Yeah. So yeah, they need
Okay,
that.
then
This
6-0.
6-0.
Anyways, Grandpa shoot.
I'm going to be a party pooper and say
Oh.
that Goobers are not going to return this year. I think the return of the Goobers is postponed for the next season, unfortunately.
God
and
damn.
they're going to get cooked by the sleeping probes.
My God, the police force has already been called as well to arrest them and send them to the gulag.
This is the Lorimbo track outside.
That's foreshadowing for the next series tomorrow.
Yeah, that's for tomorrow. What score do you think though, Grandpa Shoot? Is it gonna be like an absolute domination or gonna be close?
I'm going to call it a 4-2, but I think still, the probes are going to goop the Goobers, unfortunately.
All right. Well, we'll see what ends up happening. Like we said, a 6-0 is absolutely necessary. So even a single game from Probe-ably Overslept and the Goobers have essentially been goobed. So yeah, thank you guys. We'll be back with you after the whole series, as I'm going to go ahead and join the caster's desk with someone who is waiting over there as well. And we're going to be having a very interesting player for our second casting desk showing. It's going to be none other than Loco Balls. Hello,
Yep.
Loco Balls.
Hello, side Gemini.
Hello and welcome. Yes, Echo Soldier will
Oh,
be
this is
joining
gonna
the
be a
desk.
Fucking banger.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Sabodius to like absolutely trounce.
Sabodius, that's a good one.
Sorry. Murder Bolt me.
Nice. Yeah, I'm very curious how this is gonna go. I mean, to be honest, Bull's pretty good lately. I'm not gonna. Every time I watch Bull play, I feel like I see him somehow win, even though he has just builds that are kind of terrible and don't look like they should win. But he just kind of does it anyway. So I'm very curious to see how he does here. Let's
Where
go
where
into
is
the board.
where's Bulgaria getting most of his training?
Yeah, that's a good question. It might even be the capital of that country, which I don't actually know and would make this joke much funnier if I did. But I don't.
Sophia.
So
Unlucky.
let's go get these guys into the game. I am not admin. Okay. Nice. Excellent. They have gotten it started. It's going to be excellent. Sophia, you're just telling me
Yeah,
that
we
a
should do-
woman's name is the name of the capital? Nice
Oh
try.
my goodness.
Nice try, GP. Next, you're going to tell me that the capital of Djibouti is Djibouti. Like, come on.
We should do a geography quiz after this.
We should,
Just, you know,
honestly.
for
I
fun.
like geography. I'm actually usually pretty good at it, but capitals,
Yeah,
I'm
you
terrible.
like geography. That's why you didn't know the capital of
No,
Bulgaria,
capitals
but it's
I'm
fine.
bad at. I will admit. I'm bad at capitals, but I'm generally pretty decent at overall geography, I would say.
What's the capital of Russia?
Moscow.
Holy shit, he did it!
Come on, you're gonna
All right,
feed me
anyways,
the
we're
lowest
in.
fucking apple on the tree? Jesus.
And in the bottom left, that is my left, is Bomo. I actually do not know how to pronounce his name, like legitimately. Bomyoja, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Nice job. You did it.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
It's actually Djibouti City. No, if you look on Google Maps and zoom in, it just says Djibouti. It doesn't say Djibouti City.
And
Anyways,
since he won't do his job, in the top right is Sebzidis.
don't you mean Sebestus?
Sebodius, yeah.
Sabooty-dis.
All right, dude.
Sebest.
Yeah,
Sebest dick.
Oh, what?
Okay. Anyways. Oh no, he's proxy
All right.
hatching. Oh god.
Oh,
it's
no.
disgusting. Holy
Oh
shit.
no.
Oh, I did that one.
This
I
is-
did that one already, Schmetz. I did that. I did that last week. Anyways.
I don't think a Zerg in this entire league is capable of having just a nice macro game. I
Apparently
think it's always
Boanon.
cheese.
To
way.
everyone's
No
surprise,
way.
apparently, Boanon is the only one that has been playing normal macro games.
What a goat. That's why Bonon's my goat. He's my goat in Battle Aces too.
Yeah, it's honestly insane. I thought Bull didn't have one of his probes attacking there, but he does. He's going to go for the 4-probe Zealot response for the proxy hatch, and he's even going to block with a pylon on the other side. But there will already be a one at the third base, so that will get taken eventually anyways. So we'll see if that ends up... Well, we'll see if Bull ends up kind of being okay in this situation. I feel like the Zealot 4-probe is fine. That's generally what I try to do as well, but I'm honestly garbage at dealing with this stuff, so don't listen to me.
We're getting a second hatch here on Sebzidis' side of the map as well, with the spawning pool here just about to be finished. But I actually don't think he's going to get anything out of this hatch. There's no way he gets anything out of this hatch. Like, yeah.
Well, he already did. It's just
Valuable.
delaying. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It is just to try and fuck with him. Oh, if he could get the gas, it's even better.
no.
Oh,
Steal. Oh,
annoying.
no.
actually,
This
should be
is-
fine.
Oh? Yeah.
Nice. All right, we're okay.
Come on. You have a probe that can catch that.
Leaving with the drone
Oh,
is actually
well.
very nice.
Yeah, getting out of there for free. And we're already on 3 hatches now, which is really, really good. So we are going to a macro game for sure with a little bit of delay on the Protoss side, which, you know, you could come back from it, but it does suck because it kind of throws you out of whack. You're like, okay, I got my build in my head, and then you get a patch block, and then everything goes out the window.
Yeah, I think Bull should be expecting it overall though, because obviously Seb is a bit cheeky with his Zerg play. I mean, he is a Protoss player, and he is choosing to play Zerg in this league. And of course, anyone that's doing that is going to just play the dumbest shit ever. So you have to have at least something like that in the back of your mind when you're playing against him. So I think Bull overall did defend it very well. He's playing very conservatively with his style and didn't overreact super hard or anything. So a correct play overall, I'd say, from our little bully man.
We're getting some oracles out here for some harass with spores are already coming down. That is unfortunate, but it, you know, very standard reaction here by the 3-base Zerg. Another thing I noticed, there's not a single army unit actually right now, which again, he can take that luxury because he delayed Protoss so very long. But yeah, I would like to see these adepts now shading out to do a little bit of damage, which would be dope. He is going to give away the fact that they are coming around to these, but he needs to expand to this third. So yeah, very, I mean, outside the beginning, a very standard game, which is, again, very impressive for Zerg in this league because they're a bunch of idiots who
the
deserve
three
nothing
drones.
but pain.
Oh, that timing is perfect. It's 2 of them. Could even get more since the drone or the spore is not done at the 3rd base. Unfortunately, miss micros though, so it doesn't quite get all of them. But 3 is not bad overall.
I like the decision by Bolm to go in with just the 1 instead of waiting for the 2 oracles here. And also, it's going to split his attention here as these shaded adepts come in. See these zerglings. There's only 3. It's going to do a little bit of damage. He's going to force the pull off the drones here, which is super dope. I actually really like this for Bull right now. I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure on despite the beginning of the game that he had here. Right now, we are still sitting on one of every tech building, right? Or 2 warp gates, excuse me, and stargates. So, I think we're just trying to build up an economy here as 2 more oracles are going to roll in. Oh, get that drone before it makes the hatch. Oh, no, he's not going to get it.
What the fuck? He's not even close to it. What are you talking about?
You know,
I was like, what the hell? What are we hyping up here? I was like, what? Okay, anyways. I think losing the 2 adepts is a bit unfortunate, considering it was only basically a couple... Oh my god, how are these... What? He doesn't turn it on! No! Oh, that could have been 4 drones right there. Holy shit. Oh, missed opportunity. Bull was looking somewhere else. That's so unlucky. I was going to say, how do we keep letting these drones just transfer underneath the oracles? But instead, we're going to have to suffice with just some creep tumors. Okay, thankfully 1 will get killed off, and potentially more if we go to the natural, but at a good pull.
Yeah.
All right. Still not the worst situation for Bull Myolja, but, you know, could have been better.
At this point, too, like, seeing all these spores, basically, you can't really break that mineral line. Just some tactical stasis would be kind of funny. Put them, like, right outside the, you know, a move-out area, or try to get them behind a mineral line outside of the range of the spore, which would be funny, because you get the same effect. They just, you know, wouldn't permanently lose a drone. You just couldn't use them. So, it's one of the hardest things, especially as someone who's not as good as these players, is that oracle control, especially when they do have the spores placed very well. Just trying to get in, seeing what you can do with it. And we're seeing the new, I say new, it's like a year old at this point, the recharge being used on the oracle. So they do actually place stasises here to protect the 3rd while we drop a couple more gateways, which is, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think despite the beginning, this looks actually pretty good.
When did that get added? It does feel like it's been a while, but it can't be a year yet, surely. Unless my brain is just fully warped into 5 dimensions. When did that actually happen?
Was it August of last year? It was definitely like a long time ago.
Someone in chat tell us.
Like, yeah, some fucking nerd who studies the patch now is gonna be like, well, actually, it was added alongside this.
I was more going to the idea that they can just look it up on Wikipedia, but...
No, I hate everyone in chat. That's, you know, the dynamic I have when I'm on stream. You gotta hate chat.
Ah, we love our chat, man. Except for Ardent. We hate Ardent.
Blink is about to finish here with the chrono boost on it, as well as Storm. So, very excited. I love Stormers. I hope we see another one like we saw with the was it the Denny game, where he was just blowing people up on the ramp because they wouldn't move out of the storm. I hope we see more of that. That's sick. But at the same time, at the bottom 6 o'clock position, he's going to trigger 1 stasis, which is going to alert Bulm, and decides not to commit as he sees that Bulm's whole army is basically here. And honestly, yeah.
I mean,
we don't have a shield battery far enough. You could pull back into it, but you know, not a forward battery.
We do need to make sure we can get a recharge on one of these Templar, and we do that because we forgot charge, actually. So no charge is going to be available for this upcoming push if Sebestus does actually want to go for it, which it doesn't actually look like he is anymore. The Oracles, though, putting so many stasis wards down, this is also very good for Bull. Honestly, our army is extremely flimsy. Like, you can't really just charge into a fight with what we have right here, especially since we're going to be going for Hydra Lingbane, which is Sebestus' favorite thing to do. And we'll see how this ends up going. The Oracles just barely will catch this right before it's about to come in, but the stasis catching almost every Hydra. Holy shit, and it creates a gigantic force field as well. There's no way you can now attack into this because then we have so much storm energy. Oh my god.
The other thing you love seeing is the Sebestus is very active on the map, right? So as he's annoying at the 6 o'clock position, he's triggering these stasis. He's about to come in through the main gate. He's going to get hit by a storm. He avoids it. And at the same time, he has an army at the top of the ramp into the natural expansion. So this is actually... He's very active on the map, which you love seeing from a Zerg, right? Like, what differentiates a really good Zerg from a okay Zerg is the fact that they're really good at triggering the timing of these armies at the
Oh,
same time.
storm! Oh, no. Oh, that would have been huge. All those banelings would have died. They're slow banelings. He had vision with the revelation as well. No, that's so sad. Okay, well, a bit unfortunate. Yeah, well, now at this point, we are starting to slowly beef up this army here as Bull. The timing window from Seb to this is slightly falling. We are going to have a second one here now that we're getting the centrifugal hooks finishing for the banelings. So we'll have baneling speed with this next maxed attack. So yeah, we need to do sick damage here. Actually getting dropper lords as well. That's actually very interesting. I wonder where those are going to get
That's going to be funny. I hope we see some banelings, which now have speed dropped right onto probes. And interesting to note right now, Zerg is on the 5th base right now, and Protoss still on the 3rd base. Oh, dropper lords just got loaded. Oh,
dude,
boy.
what if he just drops them on the fucking army like this is fucking 2011?
Yo, that'd be so base.
No,
I think,
he's not doing it. He's going to put him in the main and then go somewhere else with the other units. Damn.
And
oh, he's going to get
interesting note,
scouted.
A lot of these, oh my goodness, with a revelation too.
Oh, dearie me. I've
Well,
been seen.
it's-
Oh my god, and he just
Oh,
clumps in the corner.
Oh no!
But this has put him out of position now. The flank.
The surround is coming. Oh, big storms. Oh my god. Oh my god, the storms.
That is insane. The storms are just ridiculous. And oh my god, Seb's just hightailing it out of there. Half the army is still in those overlords as well. Banelings will be able to connect on some of these zealots, but I mean, the Archon count is still extremely large. 2 immortals coming in as well on the reinforcements. And now we have to unload all these units over here. It's barely anything, I guess. And Seb is like just rallying anything he can. It's going to be 25 Hydras on the reinforce. And honestly, that could actually be pretty decent here if he can just get them all together, because there are no more storms.
Yeah, we are out of storms right now, so I think Omioja, I think he's just taking advantage of honestly not a great push and an amazing counterattack by him. But yeah, as you can see right now, these Hydras are kind of just cleaning up these Stalkers, and they're, oh, we lost 2 Archons, about to lose a 3rd. I think at this point, you did enough damage, you kind of put them in a spot, you take the 4th, and you kind of just stay on this side of the map. Don't push too far in. So at the same time, we're losing 9 probes for 3 drones. Not a really good economic trade. Lose the hatch and the recall. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see from Bolm right now. And like I said, we have enough right now to try to get that 4th and really just beef up the economy so you never have to worry about money kind of ever again. So we'll see where we'll go from this.
It's a bit unfortunate because, like I said, the Templar all dying. They used all their storms and had a pretty good trade overall, but going for that aggressive of a push, not having any storms anymore, is extremely risky. And I think Bull really did kind of just push it a little too far. I think if he just went for the hatch from the beginning and just tried to snipe it and get out of there, I think he would have been okay. But now we lost a lot of units, and this Ling run by in the natural actually is going to get dissuaded, so nice warp in time. We'll keep that from going. But we're losing the 4th base on the right as well. We don't actually have anything coming with that. We are... Oh my god, the storms. We're slightly on a timer, but also kind of not, because I mean, Seb's economy isn't exactly cooking either.
Yeah, the most impressive thing right now from the Zerg is the fact that he can contain this Protoss on 3 bases, which is honestly a perfect thing to see. Obviously, inefficient trades mean nothing to Zerg, but all it takes is like a couple good storms to just kind of invalidate your whole army, and you're done. I would like to see Seb maybe go for the top left for another base here, just to kind of keep himself on the economic position. But again, the storms here are crazy on the ramp. He's going to lose like 1 or 2 Hydras to the storm. Very good at just avoiding those when they drop. But all it takes, like I said, a couple good storms, and this is anyone's game at this point. But right now, this Zerg's doing a really good job just containing. Protoss is doing a really good job, though, of sending out these run-bys and almost always catching the army out of position and seeing that scout and saying, like, hey, I got some Hydras coming to my base, but it's not the main, so we'll see where this goes. We're getting in position here for potentially another big push.
I'm actually kind of surprised that the 4th base is so late here from Bull. I thought that he would try to throw that down as soon as possible after he pushed the army away from his side of the map, but it did kind of take him a little bit to go for that. And this army still isn't really what we want to be attacking with, is the thing. Like, this is not actually a beefy army. It's mostly zealots and a couple of immortals. It's like the only thing we have are these massive amount of Templar, but we can't even really get that much value out of this many storms right from the like all at once in the first place. Let's see what we can get here. 3 storms. We'll force this
losing
army
a couple
away.
banelings to the storms.
Okay.
The storms by Bulm right now are just fantastic.
But then once the storms are gone, this army is terrible. Like, the only thing
is
that we have
correct.
are these storms. This army has no other legs to stand on. Does have +3 upgrades, I guess, which is pretty good. And our opponent actually has 0 armor upgrades, so that's actually going to shred super hard. But the 4th base was canceled during all this, and still, we are not remaking it as Bull. He's going fully all in, it feels like. No, he's... Okay, now he's going to go ahead and make it. But we're running a whole thing of charge slots into the right side base, but they're just going to suicide themselves for literally nothing. It will allow us to trade for the top base, but it doesn't really matter because the other side is still fully saturated from the Zerg player. And so this is still going to be very, very difficult.
These lurkers are going to do so much damage here. And I think Bolton knows at this point, hey, we got lurkers. I would love, honestly, might be a little bit too late in the game, but a fleet beacon would be kind of dope. But at the same time, here, this 3rd base is going to get a little bit of harassment. They're going to kill the long-distance drones here from the 4th base. And Bolton is not going to get this 4th base up. Like, I don't think it's happening. The recall is going to come out to bring this army back home, but at the same time, that base is gone. It was not a cancel on the base either. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, this is
I don't know.
awful for Bull. He's like so hurting in terms of economy. He knows
Yeah.
it. He can't do anything. He's got no economy.
goodness.
He has no tech. He has no answer for the lurkers at that point. And Seb, I mean, hey, we said it needed to be a 6-0. It's not over yet. First game in, we have a win for the Goobers. Hope is alive. It is all here.
Hey, I'll give it to Seb. He actually played a macro game. So he
Yeah.
gets my respect a little bit. It was a tiny amount of respect.
He did play a macro game. He was basically all-inning the entire time, but it was a macro game.
Hey, if you made more than 2 hatches, it's a macro game.
Oh, wait, shit. We have to go to NA. That's right. Go back to NA.
All right. North America, the best server, best continent, best everything. USA. USA.
Yes, true. That's why I don't live there anymore.
Well, to be fair, you had the worst version. You had New Jersey, so like...
Okay, the New Jersey hate is overblown, and it's basically a meme. It's like the rage comics of the American hate world. It's like it's so old, it's not funny anymore, and it never was.
Well, sorry, Dad. Jesus Christ. Can't take a joke.
Correct.
You know how many jokes I hear about Ohio? Come on.
Oh, you live in Ohio?
Yes, I lived in Ohio for 3 years.
I'm so sorry.
See, the Ohio hate's overblown. It's like the rage comics of American memes or whatever the fuck you just said.
Ohio memes, those are the Wojaks, dude. It's new, it's fresh, it's the new big thing, okay? Everyone was complaining about New Jersey and like the Jersey Shore. That was like 10, 15 years ago, but now everything's about Ohio, okay? That is the new kid on the block, just like the Wojaks are compared to the Rage comics, all right? This is meme history.
I feel like
I've just schooled
your
you.
deep-seated defense of... Did you audition for Jersey Shore and get rejected?
No, I was a child.
Well, you know, Snooki looks like a child. She was like 4'9".
Are you on NA? What's
that
your
what
name?
everyone-
Oh, Swafflin, that's you, right?
Yeah.
What does that
You
mean
know
in
what that
Dutch
means,
again?
right?
What was that? Which one was that?
It's like Schadenfreude or whatever, where it's like a long phrase, but it basically means slapping your flaccid penis on things.
Nice.
Yeah, so Loco taught me that one.
Did he actually?
Yes, 100%. The first time I learned that word was Loco was like, hey, do you know what swaffling means? And I was like, no. And he goes, yeah, it means slapping your dick on things. I went, cool. So I told him recently, I was like, when I come to Amsterdam, I'm going to swaffle in your Tesla. And he said, please don't. So,
This is coming from, again, the guy named Loco Balls.
yeah, well, I got Loco Balls and swaffling. I'm going to swaffling with the Loco Balls.
Oh my god. We're waiting for Bull Miljo to pick a map because he cannot remember what the old map pool was. So we are just currently waiting for
Same.
that. I would list it out for him, but I'm gonna let him work for it instead, so that way I don't have to do more things. So he'll get it
Classic
eventually.
Gemini.
He'll find out. He'll pick out a map.
This is one of your people too. This is one of the mods. Cringe.
Yeah, no, I mean, we can't just force, or we can't
I
just,
love
you know,
Gemini, you know.
give everything on a silver platter. Oh, he's really struggling here. He picks Maganatha.
Yo, big. GP raises a great question. I think the Mormons, who might come to my door, by the way, I'll accept them to co-cast with me. The Mormons might sense my sin. They might know from like a mile away. They're like, this is the most sinful man in this town, so we got to go save him.
Wow, we have Takua in the chat doing a "Can the game start already?" comment. Jesus
Oh my
Christ! God,
Takua, we're in
damn.
NA. We have the rest of the day. This could go till 10 p.m. if we wanted to.
Well, it's 10 p.m. here. I'd rather not do that.
Well, we don't care about you, so that's why NA is superior.
Yeah. Wait, what color
Race.
is Bull's team? Light green. He's got it. Okay.
I typed in the wrong job. Shit.
Echo moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume Bull's ready. Fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing? Fuck you, buddy.
No, my skeleton emoji didn't go through.
You say your skeleton?
Yeah, the skull emoji.
Oh, I thought you meant like your actual
No, it's called skeleton.
mech pilot
in
inside your flesh
StarCraft
body.
2. Yeah,
That's stupid as fuck.
I know it's funny, but
And as we talk about bone pilots for your flesh suit, in the top left, it is the Great American Green Lime. I don't know.
Light
Protoss
green.
Bulmioja. Yeah, whatever.
on the bottom right-hand side, playing for ye old Goobers, keeping them in the race still just yet. It is your one and only favorite toxic chemical, asbestos.
Fuck, you stole my joke. I was gonna say that.
I was the one. I said
anyways.
that first last week.
I know, but I don't. You think I watch your stream unless I'm on it? You're crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
This is it's pretty standard opener right now, which is nice. I always hate. Is this why like the casters that do like the pre-recorded stuff, not the stream stuff, like will just kind of skip to like 2 minutes in? Because what do you talk about right now? You know?
Yeah, it is really a different skill set, and if you aren't able to talk for just 2 minutes about whatever you want to fill time, it's just a skill issue, and any caster that does do that is basically outing themselves as a lesser skilled caster. So,
All right, dude. Cool. I appreciate the feedback, the very constructive feedback. The you know.
I thought we were shit talking
Very good.
Winter. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Who? Wait, who?
You know, Summer, the cast.
I love his brother Fall.
Yeah.
Springs also. I like his streams too. Anyways, wait. Oh no. I thought the wall was misplaced for a second because I totally 100% look at your guides that are on the All Things Protoss subreddit. For anyone watching, if you need a wall off guide for the current pool, there's someone here who, well, to be fair, it's all old maps at this point. So like,
Well, this is in the new pool. This one, at least.
oh, this one made it.
Yeah, Maganatha is actually in the pool. Maganatha is going to be a tournament map, dude.
I really hope at EWC when Magnath is hosting on the Arabic desk that somebody puts 2 and 2 together if he doesn't out himself.
Oh, dude, no,
Like,
you think that Magnath isn't gonna the split fucking second that stream goes live isn't gonna say once they're like talking about the maps, he's gonna be like, guys, look at that, it's my name, it's me.
It's my name. But then they're gonna ask what the A means. And they're like, well, what's the A?
Why is it Maganatha?
There's a lot of lore they gotta catch up.
And then he's gonna be like, well, this isn't really. I can't talk about this yet in this region of the world, but anyways, well, that was a. Tried to go hard with that joke. Anyways, we got Glaives going on from Bully.
Yeah,
We're going for
I love
Glaives.
Glaives.
it is going to be a glaive opener. I haven't quite seen one of these in a while, so it will be a bit fresh. We'll see if this is going to get scouted. This is pretty far away from this Overlord, so I believe this should get killed off in time. Oh, he's even going to get... Oh, nope. Okay, he's going to go for it. He's going to go for the deep dive. Will he actually get there? I don't think he will see this.
I need Gemini the Lore Master to kind of catch me up. How often does Balm go glaives, right? So if he does see this... Oh, but he gets the DT Shrine down right away. If he sees that Twilight going down, what do you think Sebzidus is thinking about? Like, is he thinking, oh, Blink, probably not charge?
Definitely
perhaps?
glaives. No, you always think glaives. I mean, DT is in the back of your head, of course, but you have to think glaives. I mean, Bull isn't really one to go glaives often, I think. He's generally a Stargate guy, so I think he is trying to be a little bit cheeky here. But I love the fast Dark Shrine with it. It's going to just add to the cheekiness and just the overall confusion. What's looking like a glaive opener is actually just going to be Dark Templar. So if Seb is not fully on point, maybe forgets a spore here or there, these DTs could absolutely wreck him really fast, because as we can see, we have a grand total of 3 adepts on the field. So this isn't exactly some kind of super committed adept play here.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, and Balm actually got a pretty quick third base here. Again, he can survive pretty well off 3 bases. I like how aggressively he gets that third too. I think what was the drone count? The natural when he got it was like 13 or something. So he's going pretty early. This Ling is gonna just kind of chill here, not do anything. He's obviously not gonna be able to get in. We have a wall, and at the same time we have 2 more gateways going down. So we are doing more gateway man stuff. I want to see Prism, because if you've noticed, we don't have a spore in the main. So if we just bring a Prism and a DT in there, that might just do an insane amount of damage. These glaives are able to get 3, and then we're probably just going to lose the adepts. Just is fine. We got 4 for, what, 3 adepts, right?
Honestly, not bad.
So the DTs are rolling out now, about halfway across the map to the Zerg side of the map. And like I said, the spores, though, are going to catch it. No spores in the main. Get a Robo Bay and drop it on him. We are going to go Stargate, so that's our second tech choice here. Stargate after the Twilight.
Double Stargate, bro. Fucking double Stargate. Yeah.
Oh,
sick.
there's 2.
He's going for the full-on Roddy meme shit, where it's glaives and then it's DTs, then he's gonna go Mass Phoenix. Okay, so this is actually a Bull Milja special as well. He does like to go for this. Now that I'm seeing all these pieces come together, he absolutely does do this fairly frequently. So he is not even committing super hard with the DTs. As you can see, he's just keeping them there as a threat, trying to deny any 4th bases, realizing that there's probably going to be some spores up, and just suiciding them would have done nothing. And now he's going to go for the the double Phoenix transition on the back, which, I mean, unless Seb knows Bull and knows what he does, he should not be seeing this coming whatsoever.
I love this playstyle here. You can definitely tell this is a viewer of Roddy sometimes. Seeing all these Phoenix roll out is going to be super cool. And yeah, he's doing a really good job at denying. I think he realized what his weakness was last game was, hey, Seb got onto a lot of bases basically uncontested, so I'm going to throw these DTs down. He doesn't actually see that this hatch is being made, but even if he did to go in to kill it, we do have an Overseer up with quite a bit of roaches, so that DT would not last long at all. But at the same time, we have 2 more coming across the map, so he might just kind of go for the brute force method. But even then, with this amount of roaches, you still can pretty much clean it up. Phoenixes are coming across the map now. God, they're so cool. That skin is so sexy, too. We got 4 coming across the map, so it might just be a DT Phoenix push, which is so base.
Yeah, we're going to go for the Overseer snipe with the Phoenixes showing themselves. Just target that thing down. It's a free 4th base. Going to get killed off here. I mean, Seb isn't even trying to go for it right now. He actually just gets the kill. No cancel on that as well, so that's pretty sick. Going to go for the Overlords here with these Phoenix. He's going to be able to supply block Seb if he can get enough of them. Was able to get quite a few made. He actually is not finishing any of them off. There's 3 Overlords with 1 H-fucking-P. Not going to be getting them. Going to be going onto the Hydras instead. Will eventually kill some of them. Oh my goodness.
Overseer is down, so I think he knows at this point, but he can't really transfer these DTs across because every base now is up. Every base does have spores. So these Phoenixes, they were able to do a little bit of damage, but I mean, I don't think we got a supply block. I think he kind of just he laser lorded so many overlords after that happened. He was like, well, if I'm going to lose them, I might as well try not to be a supply block as much as possible. Fourth is going down. It's actually going to be uncontested this time for Bold, so that's going to be pretty good. The rocks here in the middle of the map are going to be broken down with the roaches coming across, because he basically knows, like, yeah, you've got phoenixes, sure, but I have hydras now to clean up the phoenixes. There's no way you can lift everything. I'm just going to do a ton of damage, and these are going to go busting down the natural wall, and I think it might go... turns around. Oh my god, charge.
Oh, you can just
Phoenix
go for the
is so based.
overseers. Yeah, those overseers, if they just get killed off, these DTs will absolutely clean house, and then we can lift up all of the hydras, because Phoenix obviously melt them once they get them up in the air. Assuming he actually lifts them, as he kind of waited a little bit there to actually get anything. Does a recharge even on one of the Phoenixes to get a couple more lifts, and now the DTs will be able to defend everything else on the ground, and this is pretty all in. It's essentially completely all in from Sebestus, because he's got no fourth base this entire time. He's stuck sitting on 65 drones, did not even kill the fourth bases because he went for the jugular. This is a massive situation now for Bull, and he's absolutely cooking hard on this.
Yeah, this is a Bull Meoja special from what I've heard. We got Charge, Printer Man, we've got DTs, we got Phoenixes. Absolutely just an amazing comp that you don't really see a lot at very high end because they have solved the game, but the fact that you can just snipe off Overseers, and so we got 3 more coming in. The fact that you can snipe off Overseers, but he is going to get caught by a lot of Hydras here, and if you can get those Overseers taken care of, then we can basically just have a free reign with our DTs. And Sebestus is kind of figuring out where he wants to go right now. He might be baiting, but these Phoenixes are going to see that the main army of Sebestus is coming in through the main. He's going to pull back the Overseers, so they do not get picked off, but it's not really committing to anything.
I mean, how
fourth base
can
is
you?
going to try to get back up. Yeah,
Such
it's really
an
hard
awkward
with this.
position. Like, this map is so large as well that it's really hard to actually get your reinforcements across the map in a relatively timely manner. This is a pretty decent ball of units that we've got made up here, though, so without any splash damage besides the Archons, it could still potentially be pretty decent, but the Zealots are getting some pretty good damage. We are trading them out, though, and we are keeping our Overseers alive, so we will be able to kill off any of those DTs. The lifts coming from the Phoenix, though, continue to be so fucking annoying, and it's going to cause us to run away from this Zealot Warpin. And even though there's only a few units left, honestly, we could just turn and kill this Archon. We should be doing this, Seb, because it's a free Archon. We are chasing again as Bull, similar to last game where he definitely over-chased a bit once he won a good engagement. Doing it just a little bit yet again. Needs to be careful, needs to preserve these units. I cannot believe that Archon is alive. And then even turns for the fucking Changeling. That was Chad moment right there.
All right, we are getting the shield battery to recharge our Archon, so it's basically a full force Archon again. Basically a Hydra Ball at this point, with 8 more on the way. The Overseers, man, you just can't keep those Overseers alive with this many Phoenixes, which is just such a great move by Bulm. And it's a GG, and Bulm, he says, fuck you, your dream's not alive, you're dead, no 6-0 today.
Oh my god, it's over. It is officially fucking over. The Goobers have been eliminated by all possible means from the spring split. They will not be returning this split, and it is all fucking over. I'm so sad to hear it, as we have, of course, Fiant being the co-streamer every single time that we are streaming the Goobers. So you can all go watch his stream really quickly for surely some very sad moments on stream live as it's happening. But yeah, Bull doing his job will cuck the Goobers away from a playoff spot.
Very, very well played by both players. Let's see a couple more games. Map score still matters, so they'll be playing their ass off.
Yeah, probably obviously still wants to get as high of a win rate as possible in this one. We're going back to EU, by the way. That's where I have my replays. And yeah, I mean, they're still only at 1-3 overall and a -3 map score, which is not the worst situation to be in for a 1-3 team. So if they end this week with a 5-1, then they absolutely are still in the running here for a 3rd place spot in the playoffs of Group A. So probably 100% definitely wants as many maps as possible this week.
I agree.
If you didn't, you'd be
You're not
gone.
on EU. Groundbreaking analysis, yeah. Are you not on EU? What are you doing?
It takes me forever to log back in for some
Oh
reason.
my god.
Whenever you're in Korea, if you try to do the server switch button to EU, it just literally never works.
Also, you're cucking the analyst desk right now. Shouldn't you be talking to them?
No?
I mean, I'll take all your airtime, but
No, we don't do that anymore. You don't pay
Oh.
attention this split. We only
Correct.
do it before and after. Oh, outed.
Correct.
Absolutely outed. He tried
It's
to
not really
fucking-
an out.
He tried to put it on
It's
me.
a-
He's like, oh,
I-
Gemini, he doesn't know how to run his own show. Oh, that's my first time being on the broadcast this season. I'm going to tell him how it works.
Hey, it's Saturday and Sunday when these games are played at 7 a.m. When's the last time you willingly woke up at 7 a.m. on a weekend?
Yeah, never.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead into our next map, which is going to be Franz versus Ezreal. An incredible map, hopefully, because Pool 3 PvP is super fun.
What are these fucking names?
I was about to comment on it. Oh my god, dude. The names are brutal.
Fucking weebs.
We literally have a weeb and a Koreaboo with literal
Well, at least I know
names.
which one's France.
Well, actually, Sakura, I think, is all. Oh yeah, they're literally both Kareebs. This is
Oh my god.
Yep, they are both K-pop idols that they are named after.
Well, in the bottom left is the blue. I don't know who the fuck this is. Their name is Chaewon, though. You can deduce what you want from that.
think this one-
PvP gonna be a banger.
This one's actually, this is a great question. Which one is which? Ezreal is on the Goobers, so he's okay. Chaewon is Ezreal.
Yeah. Okay. Wow,
Oh my-
that threw me through a loop. Chaewon's a very Franz name to me. Sakura.
That's what I
think
thought
of, like,
too. Actually, I honestly thought that Chaewon was France. I don't know why.
Okay, you're gonna have to inform me because you're very intelligent with it. Is Sakura a K-pop idol?
It is, yes.
I thought it was a Naruto character.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
I think they're Japanese. Because isn't Sakura like a Japanese like name or something?
Yes, Sakura is very Japanese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought I saw something cool. I did not see something cool. I am
Nice.
hallucinating right now.
This is Franz in the top right. Bottom left is, wait, yeah, Ezreal. God, I fucking hate this shit. What-
Fucking sucks.
They clapped hands just before this and were like, we're gonna fuck these casters so hard. 'Cause they're in the same clan. They're in the same clan.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Dude, the
Seraphim.
probe
It's a
scout
fucking
is almost
K-pop group.
identical. Are we gonna get a kiss in the bushes?
Of course they are.
Oh no, they're exes and they don't want to talk to each other, but
It's
they
a
do want to
little
go
bit
back.
of social distancing.
Yeah. Don't use that word ever again around me. Give me flashbacks.
Even when I said it, I was like, oh, that's a throwback. I haven't thought of that
Yeah.
term in a long time.
Throwback 5 years ago. Holy. These builds are identical, by the way. Yeah, Cybercore, woohoo, look at that. Even the Probe Scout was near identical. I want either Franz. I don't think Ezreal. Wow, that.
That's a League
I
of
don't think
Legends
Ezreal-
character.
Yep. Okay, we got a Stargate down for Chaewon.
Che Juan. Che
I don't
Juan,
know.
a big fan of Cool
He's my
Whip.
favorite. Chaewon is my favorite Korean Mexican K-pop artist. Interesting to note, there's no tier 2 right. Yeah,
That's,
no tier 2
that's
coming out
Special's
right now for
favorite K-pop
Sakura.
idol.
Oh my god.
Stargate down for Che Juan. You're insane. All right, yeah, Ezreal's going to be throwing down the Oracle early, so at least a little bit of a divergence. Oh, the finished pylon in the nat by Franz. I actually love that. I really like that. Anytime you're going against double adept openers, this is just such a brutal thing to do. It's super risky. It's just a total coin flip on if you're going to actually, you know, get it be worthwhile or not. But if you actually can get it, it's super sick. Also, it's important to not let the adepts in. Okay, thankfully we do get that probe lock off, so we'll deny that for now. Gonna go for the sentry though, because there's no battery down here just yet. And we're actually gonna get it, so overall not bad. And then when the adepts don't, oh, they actually get in! Oh no, if they get just one more probe or something here. But unfortunately we were targeting a pylon and now a stalker.
And then a stalker.
Ezreal!
And at the same time, while that was going on, secondary caster, I was looking. Ezreal was supply blocked for like a good 20 seconds there, so that's not good. The pylon does go down, so we can get our expansion here quite a bit later than Franz. But Okay, Oracle survives. This is base. This is so sick. This is why I don't
Oh my
watch this
God.
for the high-end people. Fuck that. This is so sick.
I can't believe he tried to go in again. That was insane. He almost lost it. Oh my God.
Was Franz all army hotking and that scouting phoenix didn't actually see anything? Because I saw it disappear like right outside the rocks of the third. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
he
think
actually
he did.
scouted anything with it.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Well, I mean, it's most likely going to be a blink follow-up. You can deduce that.
Yeah,
But
there it is.
it's not
Ooh, Robo.
that big of a deal.
Blink for both players. Robo is coming down for Franz at least. Let's see that, and then 2 gateways here for Mr. Ezreal.
I'm surprised
And,
we're not
Franz
just getting this battery earlier. Yeah, this is kind of risky. If we just brought
Yeah.
the Oracle with these 2 Stalkers, we could actually just bust these Stalkers down and then just get a bunch of probes. Because the pull from Franz was a little bit late, but not going to be getting that. So we'll just deny some, I don't know, just annoy Franz for now. But I'm surprised on the
Observers
fast
coming out.
Robo here from Franz, though.
Yeah.
This is much earlier than you really ever should be getting it when going for a blink opener, especially going against Stargate. Like, there's really no reason to actually get it that early. I mean, since it's Stargate, we know that their blink is going to be later than ours, so then you can just go for a very fast third base after this. But
I think Franz just might be pool 3 brained. Yep, there it is, and just be say Stalker Immortal PvP. That's it, right? But like you said, the Stargate's already been up. Honestly, what would be super base right now for Ezreal is if you just snuck in a fleet beacon and just started making carriers and hiding them.
that's
And then when
insane.
for Franz is on like 4 immortals that don't shoot up, you just roll out some immortals and blow them up. But for right now, we're still both sitting on 2 bases. Stalker count is in favor, but we obviously have the battery here. That's just going to kind of nullify that. Stasis field is down on the 3rd, so that won't be placed down anytime soon until it expires. And the obs for Franz is going to go across the map. He is going to see nothing, really. I mean, there's no tech that he doesn't already know. The Forge is coming down. He's going to see that he is behind on bases. That's very important to know. This Immortal is actually going to quite literally change the course of this right now, because we did make the Stargate to make an Oracle and then nothing else. So that Immortal is getting its damage in, so that was a good investment here. Not making another one. We're chronoing. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I'm the same level as these players, but we are chronoing.
You're literally worse than them.
We are chronoing.
This is
an
pool
empty
3, not
Twilight
pool
Council.
4, Echo. Remember that.
There is nothing in the Twilight Council.
Just
and there's a
remember,
chrono on it.
you're the literal
Hey,
lowest
you know.
MMR of the entire split. Just
Hey.
remember that.
I'm a chat GM, okay? I got the
Yeah.
game sense. We are just loading up stalkers on the other side of the map here for Ezreal, and we are going to have the economic advantage for a little bit. So we're going to transfer some probes. I want to see something wacky. I want to see something crazy. Late DT. Come on, do something. Do something cool like that. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if one of these players just throws down a random DT shrine that's honestly not even a bad play. I'm actually amazed, though, that Ezreal has kind of found himself in a pretty workable position, given the fact that his Nexus was delayed so heavily in the beginning, and he wasn't really able to do the most insane amount of damage with his Adept Oracle opener. He's also suiciding way too many Stalkers at the front. Like, if you notice that your opponent is just kind of sitting in 2 bases this entire time, you don't actually want to pressure them. Like, there's not really much that you're going to be able to do. You should just be able to contain them and just sit with your faster third base. But we're bleeding out Stalkers nonstop. We've lost 6 already compared to the 2 of our opponent. So this is just leading us to have an overall worse army. And it's gonna be making it very difficult once Franz decides to actually walk across the map. Ezreal could very easily just get overwhelmed.
But at the same time, too, these 2 immortals with the 3rd one just coming up to the army and the 4th one in production is going to make a huge difference for basically a stalker-only army, right? Like, you could do so much damage with these immortals. Very bold blink forward into a disadvantage by the numbers game, but the immortals are going to come and back it up, and Ezreal is forced to retreat to his newly made 4th base here. So, again, Ezreal, like you said, has always had the economic advantage here. I just don't think he knows how to push the issue, right? Like, we don't have a robo, so you can't really, think about what to do. How can I break this? Can't push him through the front. These immortals are going to break me, so what do you want to do? Maybe a drop, but you'd have to get a robo bay for that, right? So he's kind of in this tough spot here. He's going to drop down 4 more gateways. That's kind of based. I love the gateways. But right now, Franz, honestly, I think this is favoring Franz a little bit, just because I think his game sense is a little bit higher. He did go for the quick robo, which allowed him to get the Stalker. Kind of called his bluff and said, hey, well, I think you're going to go a ton of Stalkers, so I'm going to get these Immortals out. 4 is going to make such a huge difference if they do. I mean, if they blink forward, if Ezreal blinks forward, he's dead, right? Because these 4 Immortals would just sweep the floor. That's scouting.
Overall, I think the thing that Ezreal needed to try to do is that you have to split the stalkers up and specifically have 4 of them go to the side and get vision in the main and then just blink in the main and just target probes. And then you go in with the other ones somewhere else and try to do probe damage there. You can't just batter the front door, especially because you opened Oracle. You know that your blink is going to be later, at least it should be. Oh, we actually get 2 Adepts into the natural here from Franz as well, which is going to be very nice.
Good warping, though. It is going to stop this. We're going to lose 4 for 2 Adepts, which isn't okay trade, right? And so I got 5. Yeah, we got 5.
Damn.
So I think what he's doing right now, Ezreal's doing right now, is kind of perfect, right? He's seeing this undefended 4th base trying to get up. He might get the cancel off on it. Franz is here ready to defend it, though. Does a crazy blink forward with like 7 stalkers. He does cancel the Nexus, which is good. That's a great win. And I think that's what Ezreal kind of wants to do. He doesn't want to go in the front door, because when the go through front door, this is what happens. The crazy blink forwards, 4 stalkers, but the Immortals, obviously the core of this army, are just going to kind of trounce him. Oh, the DTs are coming out, though. Right now. And Franz has 5.
There's no detection. There's literally 0 detection on the map.
Yeah, we don't have a robo for an obs.
No observe. Yeah, it doesn't even have it. You're right. Not even a robo built. No cannons in any mineral line.
Oh my god, it's a massacre. Holy shit.
It's literally it.
Please.
It's everything.
Yeah, I mean,
it's over.
I mean, Oracle Revelation, no, we have nothing. Yeah, I mean,
the Oracle died.
If Franz can hold his side, which he will, like I said, these Immortals, we have 5 at this point. If he can hold it, I mean, 26. Oh my god.
They're just going absolutely everywhere. It's insane. You can't blink on this either. It's 5 Immortals for Franz. This is a beefy army that will never die to the units that Ezreal's making his entire time. He's going to try to go for the pylon, but it's not really going to matter anyway. But, I mean, we're down to 35 fucking pros. We lose the 4th base.
Oh, Revelation's out. We got Revelation on 1. Yeah, I was going to say, Revelation on 1 DT. It's not going to be enough. The Invisible Men win again.
Yep. Unfortunately, Ezreal too focused on the Blink Stalker harassment all over the map that he forgot that DTs exist. No robo, no observers, lost the Oracle early, never remade it. No cannons in any of the bases, completely skimping on the detection, hoping it just wouldn't come to the play. And well, that's what happens when you just ignore that entirely.
So Franz saw that Bolmiojo wanted to cuck him, and he wanted to join in on the cuck party and said, all right, well, if you want to make it anywhere near the playoffs, you are going to have to earn it. And unfortunately, I mean, that for sure map score makes it so they don't make it, right?
Yeah, the first map was all they needed to do. Yeah, they needed a 6-0.
Oh,
it literally was 100%. They had to 6-0 no matter what.
So this is for fun.
Yeah, well, this is also now for Probe-ably to make sure that they can confirm their playoff spot. So the better map score that Probe-ably gets, then the higher chance they have of clinching the 3rd place spot of Group A. So that's basically what is in contention at this point, as the Goobers have been goobed and they are no longer in.
Unlucky, but so at this point we should all be rooting for. Well, I guess I could root for nobody. I want the worst for both these people, you know, that kind of thing. But it would be kind of fun to see Probe-ably asleep to make it from such an underdog position. So we'll see here on Whispers of Gold. I'm refusing to say their name. I'm not going to say their screen names. It's stupid. I know you do it with me because mine are funny. But in the right-ish, bottom-ish corner, it's Ezreal. That's who it is. Yep.
It's Ezreal. You still saying her? You said her on the entire first game.
Oh, okay.
You're saying a League of Legends champion.
In the right, kind of near the bottom, is Asbestos. Okay, you're
nice. Yeah, top left-hand side, it is your favorite K-pop gooner. It is Franz.
Well, let's see if Jaquan does anything crazy here. Come on, you got a proxy, right? After a game like that, you got to say you got a proxy, right? PvP. This is the first PvP. I think the only PvP that we're casting today. Or I'm casting today. I want to see something funny, but I think we're just going to go for a standard opener again.
Yeah, no, it's going to be normal. I mean, the thing with these players is that they are very standard. Ezreal loves his normal stuff. Franz is the most passive player of Pool 3, I feel like. Generally doesn't go for anything aggressive, just likes to sit back and make his big, very hard-to-kill Protoss ball. As we saw last game with the Immortals, loves to rush out upgrades and all that good stuff. Ezreal trying to play a more overall standard style, but like we saw last game, definitely did have a couple holes in there that were a bit abused. And hopefully this time he doesn't die to just a couple of DTs waltzing their way up to his natural and to his different mineral lines.
Sorry, the probes kissed. Yeah, very standard.
Thank God I didn't show
Literal
that on
mirror
camera.
down to the second. Yeah.
Can't show that.
I don't know, TOS.
Too much intimacy.
I,
Next, you're gonna tell me they're gonna hold hands? Yeah, right.
oh, no. Yeah, I was gonna say very standard build, one build that they're very good at executing every single time. I'm wondering if DK might have coached these players, because this is well, no, because there's two gates here instead of one, so it couldn't be DK, but the mindset's still there, the same. Just get really good at one build and execute it. 2 stalkers coming out while we're doing a stalker sentry here for Franz. In PvP, I always like the stalker sentry opener as opposed to the double stalker, but that's just me. I don't know. I mean, which one's objectively better? You do get a nicer scout. Oh, they are kissing on the ramp. Don't show it. Don't show it.
Shield your eyes. Look away.
We're gonna get another
Taco,
pylon
get your
block.
children out of here. Don't tell them to watch the stream.
That was scary. This pylon block here again for Franz. He loves that pylon block, and I think he is going to let it complete as well, which, you know.
Honestly, he shouldn't.
Oh, no, whoa.
Because he saw the stalkers, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost guaranteed he saw the stalkers pop out. So yeah, you don't want to let it finish against stalkers. It's just a total waste. But Ezreal honestly just sent his stalkers across the map anyways. So it could have still been okay to actually let that finish.
My favorite thing, Franz blocked the natural for Ezreal, right?
Yeah.
He's still got his Nexus later. Ezreal still got his Nexus quicker than Franz.
Yeah, that's the thing. The block doesn't actually work unless you actually make the Nexus before you cancel the thing. So
yeah,
the
economic
you
advantage
should be
is not
getting
there
it
now.
beforehand, but I don't know. Something apparently went wrong there that he didn't actually get it. I think it's because he went for a super fast Robo. That's why.
Franz and his Robo, he loves them. Which probably see some Immortals get pumped out of there. And hey, you know what? Worked for the last game, so why not just keep continuing it, right?
You might actually do it
his
aggressively
mindset.
this time, though, is the thing. Because going Robo first is way more of an aggressive stance. I mean, Immortal Glaive is not as popular as it was maybe half a year ago, but it's still something very popular, very
Amazing.
strong, that's, especially in lower leagues, can be very, very devastating.
Franz had a really good force field block there, picking off one stalker for kind of essentially free. He hasn't lost a unit, and he was able to get that, so that was really nice to see. The Immortal is coming out. Forge is going to go down. We're probably going to get our 1-1 quick. At the same time, we are foregoing the Stargate, right? Yeah, no Stargate right now. We're going straight into Twilight here for Ezreal, so we'll see how that works. Obviously, Blink last game was honestly kind of useless. You didn't want to blink into a Immortal Ball, and the longer you wait, that Blink upgrade is going to be kind of useless because we're just going to get more and more Immortals. So we'll see. The Scout here, the Hallucinated Phoenix, is going to come up. He is going to see that there is a Forge and the Robo that is going to be pumping out. He should see the Immortal come out, but he should know what's coming out of that. So
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I'm surprised that we do have the fast Forge, though. That's not really what I was expecting to see from Franz. I mean, well, I expect it from him if he does to go into a macro game, because he just likes doing, again, just really large upgraded units, basically. But with the Robo first, I did expect him to still go for the Twilight anyways. But without going Twilight for this long, it's still kind of strange, because it's like you do eventually still want to get Blink and or Charge while going into a macro game. So
yeah,
what's the overall end game here? Because we're getting a third gateway as well. It's not like we're just being as greedy as possible and getting like a very fast third base or anything. We're just sitting here making Immortals with a Forge and then a third gateway, which, unless you're being aggressive, you don't want a third gateway this fast usually.
yeah, exactly. And 2 Immortals now. And we are seeing it already. Ezreal is basically using Blink as a defensive maneuver now, not an offensive maneuver. He is able to pick off 1 sentry, 2 sentries.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow. Big body block by the old Stalker for Franz. Gonna lose 2 sentries there. You know, not a bad trade because we didn't lose anything as whatever. Ezreal.
Ezreal.
Ezreal. Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, I could tell.
Oversaturated on the natural with no gases, so nah. You know, obviously multitasking right now, especially pool 3, pool 4, I'll admit it myself, very difficult, right? You kind of get caught up in defending your natural front gate, and you don't get the gases down. Franz time traveled, heard the stream, went back, made the gases. So that is good. We are going to destroy these rocks here. Which, you know, in PvP, I don't know. A lot of people don't like destroying the rocks, but I don't mind it. It's kind of fun if you had like an OBS or a flying unit, you can blink through the rubble, but then you kind of... That's a very aggressive blink, but I think we're just going to take out the rubble, and at the same time, an OBS is now coming out for Franz, so that was, I believe, his first unit that came out last game, so he went straight to the Immortal, so now we're getting an OBS here, which is going to delay the 4th Immortal here if we make it by, 25... What's OBS build time? 12 seconds, right? Something like that?
Unimportant to know. I have no idea.
Basically, yeah, exactly. It's like when I was playing and I was getting casted by Loco and he said, why'd you get OBS speed? And I was like, so I can F2 and it stays in my army. Anyways, honestly, I think the diversified units for Franz is going to work out better than just pure Blink Stalker. He's going to walk away like entirely as these Blink Stalkers. They're going to come in. They're not even going to get a probe though, so it's unimportant as well. Same time, these 4 Stalkers are totally within range of this Observer, so he knows that this might be a multi-prong coming through. I would love a blink up, right? You see these guys base, and I believe from this 5th here into the main, I think you can like blink in from that ledge.
Yes.
And we do have an OBS now, so I would love just a cheeky blink in before they can get that 5th up to C, and just blink in and kind of do a lot of economic damage while everyone's on the, well, Ezreal is on the other side of the map, so...
Are you doing it wrong on purpose now?
No, no, I'm not.
You said
It's a hard
Ezreal.
name.
You said Ezreal again.
Yeah, that's his name.
No, it's Ezreal. You're saying a League of
Ezreal.
Legends champion.
I don't even play League of Legends.
Ezreal is the... Okay. Anyways. These 2 Adepts are actually doing an insane amount of damage. We have nothing back at home for Ezreal to be able to defend against this. So once again, the harassment is the thing killing him. This time with much less actual put into the arm or into the harassment itself. We do have the forward blink, though, from Ezreal now into the 3rd base, trading off a lot of Stalkers for some probes of his own. We'll get an Immortal as well, which is not bad at all, and should be able to just back up at this point. The Stalker count from Franz is not high enough to be able to chase this. And so overall, not terrible situation, but still losing as many probes as we did to just 2 Adepts. It's just not a great situation, considering the fact that Ezreal's the one trying to go up to a fast 4th base, when he's only got 53 probes. What the fuck is that Immortal doing?
Free Immortal, let's go. Yeah, I was going to say that was an interesting trade-off, right? Because I kind of secured, as he has the army lead right now, but the worker lead was very in favor of Franz right now on the 3, now the 4th base, so... Yeah, it was, losing to those Adepts is not what you want to do, right? I think you recall a couple Stalkers there to just deal with it. I think he did have a blink in, but it's fine. We're going to roll up, and again... You can't break those three Immortals now, and 4th Immortal just kind of... I was going to go save this 4th. Yeah, I mean, Immortal is such a good unit, he's not going to save the 4th. Never mind. There we go. With the Stalkers. Does a great job saving the 4th there.
Honestly, again, this is a situation where we just needed a blink up into the main. Like, we needed something to actually pull Franz away. We never really got something that was threatening enough that made Franz be like, oh shit, I actually have to defend against this, to actually give a large enough window for Ezreal to move in with his main Stalker force. He keeps trying to pull stuff away with his main Stalker force, but then nothing happens on the other side. So Ezreal's got like the pieces here, but it's just not all coming together, basically. He knows in general what he needs to do, but the execution is just a little bit off, and so it's leading him to have a bit of an awkward situation in this game. Luckily for him, Franz keeps bleeding off random units, so he's still getting a lot of free units, but unfortunately does not get that Archon, though. But
maybe Franz thought, like, the energy of the shield battery is kind of like your minerals. You want to keep it at 0 at all times, so he drained the shield of his Immortal so he could recharge it there. So that might have been the play. You never really know. At the same time, free units both sides here. These charge lots are kind of nasty here with the 2-1 upgrade. Gonna lose a lot, but it's a pretty decent trade at the same time. Again, this run by is so brutal here by Franz. Going in, killing 4, and then I think he's gonna lose this battle here with the charge lots, but he got 4 probes out of it, so I think he might be a little bit happy with that. Again, securing his worker lead, right, 71 to 65, so might not make a difference entirely, but I would love to see a probe transfer from the 3rd to the 4th. We have 4 extra there, but
So again, though, this is what Ezreal's. He's trying to do the whole like, you know, I'm attacking at two sides with the Blink Stalkers shit, but it's like he's at this point he's really not actually finding any value. He's just like losing again, bleeding Stalkers out left and right because he's trying a little bit too hard to multitask. To be fair, Franz is actually bleeding out way more units than he should. He's like chasing these armies for some reason. This army shouldn't really be chasing. We need to be sitting. Now we lose 11 probes with a Warp Prison in the main. So finally, Ezreal actually getting into the main base. This is what we've needed this entire time, both this game and last. And now we start to break open the floodgates a little bit. Now we get the Stalkers going on every single side. We've got a massive pull of units into the main base with the damage done. Now we're chasing the units on the left, leaving a massive opening on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, again, losing the Stalkers to the Immortals on the left as the multitasking becomes a little bit difficult. But if we can just get some of these probes or even just target on the third base and get away without losing this army, we are absolutely cooking here as Ezreal.
Yeah, I think he realized his goal to success, his stepping stone to success was that Prism in the main kind of just...
Oh my god, that blink is insane!
Oh my god!
That is a wild blink. I mean, he's got reinforcements coming, so I guess it's okay.
Oh my god.
Oh
Holy shit, that was so anxiety-inducing.
It was so unnecessary.
Oh my god. I don't know why he blinked away from 3 Stalker. Oh, the Invisible Men are here. And again, the same issue we had last game. We have no detection here. Do we have a... Oh, the roller bay is up, so it's been up, and we're going to get the Chronode Observer out. So this Invisible Men... I'm not going to call them DTs. The Invisible Men push here will be a little bit of a growing pain, but it won't last for too long here.
Yeah, thankfully, it seems like Ezreal did kind of put himself in enough of a good situation that blink forward didn't end up losing him the game, but it was definitely risky and looked absolutely insane because the rest of the reinforcements weren't quite there yet. However, now we have the situation with the DTs out on the map yet again. We know that they are out on the map, and so we honestly don't need to be attacking with our units. We know that we lost last game to DTs, so I think it's probably a safe thing to just make sure we're back at home and don't die to them again, and then we can go across the map. But Franz is not even actually doing anything with his just yet, so that's lucky enough for him. But I think this is a situation where Ezreal has found himself too far ahead that even the DTs aren't enough and should be able to close this game out.
We are letting 4 DTs come into our 4th base here, completely uncontested. But like you said, I don't think it really matters. I think Ezreal found a really good strategy with that blink up into the main. That was completely undefended. He's able to get a couple of Stalkers for free because we're blinking against charge lots with Stalkers, which, if you didn't know, not really the greatest strategy. Here with the upgrade advantage as well. And yeah, just kind of awesome there by Ezreal.
Yes, I mean, he was able to finally bring it on in. He was stretching himself a little bit thin here and there for some of that mid-game, but eventually he was able to get that one big punch in the main base, just like I was saying. I mean, you needed to actually do something threatening enough to really force a reaction, and just, you know, just forcing his way into the front of each side of the base, where the armies already were sitting. That's not really going to do that much. We need something that actually forces him to move away, and then getting the big warp into the main finally was that thing, and then he's able to just unleash from there and just have all of his harassment really pull Franz apart, and it was much more successful. So we'll at least get that map. So very nicely done for Ezreal, finally getting a map this split. So it's obviously, I'm sure, very happy for him to be able to actually get a point on the board for his team. Even though they're already eliminated, I'm sure just a nice little personal victory for him. So very nicely done, Ezreal. It was a very nice game, honestly. Very well done.
Yeah, he did really well. He got his, I believe, first win of the split, which is better than me. So that's yeah. Thank you for reconfirming that. I want to point out we still have the ability of an ace match today, which would be kind of funny if we get ace matched this match.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny.
I mean, it could theoretically buff probes. Probably. Wait, not asleep. I got made fun of. Probably overslept. Yeah. It could buff their map score, right? Like that might not actually be a bad outcome for them, but it'd be kind of funny.
Well, if they go to an ace match, then it's like that's like their worst situation at this point, because then they have a worse map score overall. I mean, if they lose, that'd be terrible. Obviously, it's the worst fucking possible thing. Then they're just 100% out. with the Goobers.
So true.
The Goobers are. This is the Goobers' last chance to just bring one down with them. They're just gonna be like,
Yeah,
"Fuck you guys, we're going down. Let's just chain you together with me as we fall into the gates of hell." Like,
Oh man, I kind of hope for an ace match. I'm a chaotic person. That would be the funniest thing ever.
yeah, one last goob inning for the
But
road.
this is our top players, so I don't know. This is can go either way. 100%. Both these players are really good. So we're starting on Maganatha, the official EWC map pool map, and with the Terran in the top left playing for somebody. It's Goblin.
On the bottom right-hand side, playing for the other something, it is the Goober leader himself, Fiant.
Oh, how did I miss that? Yeah, Fiant is Goober leader, of course. That's on me. But we'll see something cool. Goblin's Terran is super fun to watch.
Is
I
he?
always love Goblin. Oh yeah. Isn't Goblin was the one that did the one Hearthstone's 1v8 challenge, right, against the Impossible AI? Wasn't that Goblin that did? I think he did it as Protoss though.
Yeah, he's also the guy that made a best of 2 last 2.5 hours versus Anticore last split. So
Well, that's just a Terran
you
moment.
have
I don't
a
know.
different opinion of what is fun, I guess.
Hey, it's on TVT, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
If
at
it was
least
a
this one is
TVT, I straight up
Protoss.
would just like leave during the match. I'll be like, I gotta go do something.
Yeah.
I'm out of water, so I could theoretically go get water, but
Yes, and you could do something that Heaven never does, and that would be
yo,
also
so
something
true.
good.
But I do things Kevin Heaven does, and I do get kidney stones still, even though I drink a shit ton of water. So
Okay.
God just hates me a little bit extra.
God damn. Is this an ATP special? Just like mid 20-year-olds just getting kidney stones? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna be real. Heaven's kidney stones are 100% preventable. Mine are not. I had issues as a kid, and it ripped my kidneys apart. So
I see.
I'm gonna stand on business on that one and say I can't do anything about it. I did drink a copious amount of alcohol like a week ago, but I'm not gonna attribute that to my kidney stones because that's unfair to myself.
Yes, alcohol is never the problem with your health issues.
Well, Gemini, we can have an intervention together. I know you do have an alcohol problem. It's okay
Yeah.
to admit it. So we can have an intervention together and kind of talk about what's causing our alcoholism. Mine is because I'm so bad at StarCraft that I need a drink to forget. So
True. Mine is that. I don't know. Apparently, I don't get kidney stones. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna have a Stargate opener here from Mr. Fiant. So not exactly what I was expecting, to be honest. But I guess of all the maps, this one is pretty good. It could be decent for some Phoenix Colossus. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up going that route as Fiant, but it could still just be a good old Oracle play into Blink. Although that is, again, it's not the most common thing that you see every now and then. But it's cool just to see Fiant playing Protoss in general because he, of course, is a Zerg player main. And he's signing up this split as Protoss, so he's not choosing to play Zerg. And so this will be a very interesting thing to see how well his Protoss is doing overall. So let's see what he goes for. It's going to be the Oracle coming out of the Stargate. And of course, we did scout that it is going to be a 2-gas opener from Goblin. So it could be any large amount of different possible builds from him, any amount of aggression, or just like we're seeing right here, just a normal expansion anyways. So the response from Fiant is going to be a defensive one no matter what. And so the Oracle is his tech of choice.
yeah, we got the goat clones coming out too with the 1/1/1 build, delaying our RCC a little bit because of the 1/1/1. So this is just going to be a nice 1-base push to secure your second base here by the Terran. I love Cyclones. They're the goat unit, and they are gonna, I believe, roll out here, perhaps secure the natural gateway here. But the Oracle is going to come around. Nothing really in the way of blocking it. At the same time, we're going to roll our units across the map. So we are going to spot it, which is nice.
Oh
Don't
my god,
see
he
it.
doesn't
Siege tank.
go for it. Oh my god, he thinks there's a Widow Mine or something. Oh my god, that's a naked main base.
Yep.
Right?
And the
There's no
Cyclone
mine,
here is
right? Yeah.
gonna get. Yep.
Oh my god, this is insane.
Both our adepts. Oh no.
Dude, Goblin is getting away with highway robbery. He literally saw the Oracle coming across the map with the Watchtower and then decided to just YOLO across the map without anything at home to defend. And Fiant didn't fucking go in. He thought there was a Widow Mine or something. respected him
Oh
way
my
too
God, the
hard.
bunker drops. Oh no, the Siege Tank sieging up the bunker drops.
Oh,
Yeah, this is kind of brutal right now. Oh no. Oh, what a great play. He is going to trigger off the stasis with just the Reaper, which is an amazing trade right now, keeping these Marines alive. We have a dead warp gate here, and we are just going to feed units across the map. Man with gun is so fucking good. Honestly, I think this bunker's not even worth it at this point. I think you kind of just push and win. Siege Tank is going to unsiege, but no opportunity to really pounce on that. He is going to drop the second bunker here, and I believe they get a 100% refund rate, which is stupid. It's the dumbest thing they've ever introduced. Void Ray's out here to deal with this Siege Tank, though, so he is able to get that Siege Tank down. At the same time, 2 Vikings are going to come, and that Void Ray is probably not going to last long. Dude, land the Vikings. Chad land Vikings, come on.
Yeah, this is
Oh, no, he's gonna
this is brutal, man. I mean,
Yep, all the air units are gone. Chad land the Vikings, please God. Oh, what a pickup. He's going to boost away. He's going to land the Vikings. Yeah, this is, yeah, Terran moment. I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest with you. That is a Terran moment.
I can't believe he didn't even try with the Oracle. That's just insane. He sees 2 Marines, assumes that there's a Widow Mine there or something. Ugh. I'm sorry, Fion.
Yeah.
I know. I get it. You're like 6k MMR with Zerg and shit, and you know, you're still really good at Protoss, but grow some fucking balls, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Come on.
send that bitch in there.
Just YOLO it, dude. Just fucking
something.
go. God. Oh, well. Anyways. That is unfortunate. That is a bit rough.
Yeah. I think the units, even, I will say, in an alternate reality where he does
Wait, what?
keep the
They hosted a map that's not in the map pool. Okay.
big
Pro
this is
gamer
big.
moment. Pro gamer moment.
You love to see it.
This is a replay, so I guess we just do it anyways. They hosted on Incorporeal. Fucking pro gamer moment. Jesus Christ.
Goblin's throwing Fiant under the bus right now. Holy.
Goblin, you could at least realize and say, hey, remember Gemini made an @, to the entire Discord saying, hey,
Nope, not
we're
my
still
problem.
using the old map pool.
You could well, okay, Goblin, hypothetical for you. If he queues up as the wrong race, would you point that out? Or would you just say, nope? Exactly.
We got a 6-0 since they cheated. Unbelievable. Where's Fiant? Fiant is listening to this as he does these, right? He's listening to me. Fiant, you're a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. No one reads. No one reads. Why is everyone fucking illiterate in my Discord? No one can read a message.
Hey, I'm not illiterate.
You can't even say Ezreal's name. I don't just type these messages for nothing. It's not. I'm just having fun. I'm not just like, oh, let me just type a random message and add all the ATL players. No, I'm giving you guys information. I'm telling you, the new map pool is for the playoffs, not the fucking. Oh my, Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways, top left-hand side, it's the idiot Fiant.
Bottom right, it's the Terran, so idiot Goblin.
Now we're more on the Fiant side in terms of
Well,
idiocy than Goblin. Goblin at least has
Okay.
some amount of an excuse. At least he didn't host it. However, he did say to just let it
Goblin
happen.
is the
And he is
Goblin's
the wrong color. That is also true. So that basically equals it up. They're both idiots.
Pro gamer
Fiant just
moment.
lost. Wait. Goblin just lost an SCV.
Yo, big? Wait, to what? Wait,
probe.
I missed it.
He lost it to a probe.
Holy.
There's 1 kill on this probe.
That's so based. Holy shit.
Well,
This is a banger game already.
I needed to free up supply. Nice, true.
That's like the hatch block for Terrans, just suicide one of your SCVs.
Sure. Well, this will be the first game that I see on this map. Just curious to see how it goes.
Is this
Just said he'd rate. Oh, there's Fiant.
Gemini, you're
There's
different
the
than
idiot.
me,
Thank you,
you know?
Fiant, for the raid.
Hello, idiot.
I hope you enjoyed, and I want you to read my messages whenever I at them at the server.
Well, do you know how you could solve this? Is you should announce
they do
them in
wrong?
like all different languages.
He said he hopes you die. He has to go eat. Sure. What did they do wrong? He hosted a map that is not in the map pool. I said we're still
And the wrong
using.
color.
I said we're still using old maps for week 5. And he just went and hosted the wrong map, so that's really funny. Anyways, it's gonna be a Stargate
Goblin this
again.
game not being as aggressive as well. Sorry, so we talked. We're gonna do a defensive bunker, which again, it's free. If you recycle it, you get all the money back. That's very cool.
It's not free.
Is it? Wait, what? No, it's missile
No,
turrets that are free
it's-
now, isn't it?
No, it's 75%.
They revert that.
It's 75%.
So
How did this
stupid. You should
Reaper
get your
get in
money
here?
back.
Oh my god, he surrounded it! Dude, these probes,
Holy
what is
shit.
he feeding these probes? Jesus Christ.
Giga boost.
God damn. That was sick.
Probes go to the gym, lift, and eat some protein. They're like, they're ready to take on a Reaper.
Did you see the Stargate? No, he didn't. Wow,
No, he
didn't
did
actually
not,
see
yeah.
it. Okay. That's pretty good, obviously. So it could be anything at this point from Goblin's POV.
2 adepts here, middle of the map, taking over the watchtower to see. And ooh, we're gonna go for a fast third here for the Protoss. It's cool.
Damn,
1-1-1 out of
fast.
Goblin. I mean, yeah, not really, but you know, I mean 3.5 minutes.
That is very
Fine.
fast.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought you said it's not a fast expo.
No, I did. I said I was like, yeah, damn. I
Oh,
said, damn,
okay,
that is
okay.
fast.
Ooh, questioning my game sense, which I swear I have some.
The stasis ward on the top of this random ramp on the left side is actually kind of interesting. It'd be really funny if the
Maybe-
units just went to the right side instead. Oh no, now there's the mine! Oh no!
Oh no!
His worst
He
fears
was
from
last
last game came into reality in this one. Oh
He was like,
no.
surely he didn't have it last game. He won't have this game, right? And then just murked that poor Oracle.
Oh, it's so sad. You deserve it for hosting the wrong map, though.
So true. Oh my god. We're gonna a couple more barracks here. More men with gun. Gonna have a reactored. Oh, excuse me. Reactored starport here. Gonna get some medevacs out. Just a nice little clean push. We're gonna do a reactored factory here, which is pretty kind of based. I hope we get like 20 cyclones at the end of this game. I love cyclones. There's one that's a little damaged that ran into the stalkers. The stalkers are gonna chase it across the, well, stop it across the map. Meet with the other parts of the army here.
Why do you like
Oracle.
cyclones? Why is the cyclone?
Because they're sick, dude.
It's like the most. It's literally the white bread of the Terran army. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because all I did like a year ago was play Terran, and all I did was make cyclones because it was funny.
Okay.
Because that shit is the funniest thing ever.
Well, I can think of a couple things funnier. But
All right, dude. Disruptor drop. Come on, disruptor drop. Let's go, Fiant.
dude.
Make it spicy.
disruptor drops. Are
Colossus
sick.
drop.
They are sick.
Load up our medevacs. Gonna fly across the map at the same time. We're right outside the Terran's main base.
I love gambling, to quote Jackie.
So true. Let's go gambling. 3 Widow Mines. Not
yeah,
really
that's
spread out,
insane, actually.
but could punish a blink forward or anything like that. So we'll see how that works out for him.
Dude, this
Like I said, not
double
really.
Drop. Sorry, this double drop is gonna go massive.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna unload here for a second. We're probably just gonna walk up, or just let him sit there. Either way, they're ready to fight. They're just didn't get the order yet. Right? They're just chilling, eating their MR. What do you think like a Terran Marine MRE is? Is it like Zerg, like grilled Zerg or something? Like, what do they eat?
White bread.
Oh yeah, true. They eat cyclones.
Oh,
Gosh,
nice.
this push is not good. Oh, we got a couple more stalkers, but I don't
I love it.
Oh my god. Stasis!
That's sick.
Ooh.
But then the drop in the third gets activated, and that's an entirely dead fucking
Oh
probe
my
line. And
God.
likely even... Oh, no, we're going to get the recall, so at least we'll be able to save the base. But boosting on into the natural, we'll be able to kill even more of these probes. Blink forward. It's not going to be enough to save them just yet. Should lose the medevacs, I
15.
think. But, I mean, this is going to get so fucking annoying really fast, this Fiant.
Yeah, 19 probes are going down right now. We are going to be losing stalkers
Oh my God,
slowly.
finesse
We are going to
people.
clean it up. Ooh. No way. Oh, no way.
What
This
is
is going
this?
to be insane.
It's a
Wait.
it's a 7 boy pole? Like what is this?
Freeing up supply, remember? Yeah, it's just bring up supply.
99
They're
out of
going in after the
134.
stalker. Oh, they pulled back. Yeah.
Goblin,
Well,
what
you know.
are we doing? What the
Oh,
fuck
big
is
leap
this?
forward.
Goblin, we're
gonna
attacking with
separate
half
the
of our
army.
army.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess he wanted to make it fair. He said, "You lost workers. Time to throw mine away." I don't.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't really know.
It's like, I did too much damage to that. Let's make this a fun game. Like, here, take some of my SCVs instead. I had no reason getting that much damage before.
And now we do have quite a big army here. He's gonna do the. Oh man, I gotta admit the blink micro away from the Widow Mines is so dope. I always love seeing that. Any
It's very
blink
satisfying
from,
to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Any blink away from like lock on stuff like that is so dope to see. Oh, he's gonna catch this full medevac. Ooh, blink on it, blink on it. Goddamn, blink on it.
Shkaboopy.
Oh, there it goes. Drops his army count below for a second there.
That's so funny. All right, we're going Robo
That's
Bay
not
as well.
the easiest micro of all time. What in the world?
It's not that tough.
All right, dude.
I'm glad
I
that
don't
you.
need
I'm
your
happy to. Honestly, hearing you be so excited about it makes me feel nice, because that means that, like, you know, like something that I think is kind of simple is actually also still kind of cool for other people. So that
Is
makes
that
me feel
a
nice.
is dodging Widow Mines in micro challenge? Maybe I'll go do that for the next 5 hours of my life.
You can just do it in a unit tester.
True. Or I could go play CS:GO after this. Or sorry, CS2 after this.
Also true, and something I
Kind
might be
of
doing
been
myself.
addicted lately. Yo, I would say
It's
let's
a
play
good
together. But you're
fucking game,
10K.
bro. Dude, I'm watching the Blast semifinals coming up at actually they're literally on right now, so this game needs to end so I can watch those. Anyways,
Mr. Zin from the ATP community, he gave me a gift card for my birthday, and I unlocked a light blue skin with it, so that was pretty cool.
Ooh.
And then I went, this sucks, and then I started playing instead.
nice.
I messaged him and I was like, if I win a knife out of this, I will give it to you. It feels unfair to use your money to get a knife.
I would never
well, yeah, you're a piece
do
of
that
shit.
ever. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? He gave you the money and you bought something with it, so it's yours. Like, what the fuck? That's what a gift
but, like,
is. They give it to you.
All right. Here's a hypothetical for you, because we're from America. We have these things called scratchers. I actually think those are international, but we have scratchers.
Do them all the time.
If my mom bought me like a $50 scratch for my birthday, which is stupid, don't do that. Do not buy scratchers for anyone's birthday. But if she did get me one, and it was like a $500,000 winner, I'd give her some of it.
Okay, but
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
$500,000 though. That's not a knife. Like, what?
Well, yeah, but
It's
also,
not a one
it's a $2
thing.
Okay.
It's not. There's a difference between $50,000, which is entirely shareable, and a singular item that can only be used by one person at a time.
Well, maybe you could like. Okay, you know what they should do? They should introduce the old RuneScape system. All right, we're gonna bring it back to RuneScape, where you could lend items out. I want to be able to lend my knife to someone for like a week. Right, that would be dope.
Sure.
Anyways, game's going on right now. Prism's gonna drop some charge lots in there and do kind of nothing. But Fionn does have a pretty sizable army with a decent control of the board.
Oh my god, the flanking double Colossus at the top is insane. It's apparently not going to be, or it is apparently. Oh my god, the blade forward into 50 middle mines! Oh my god, that's a bit unfortunate. Why would you ever expect that as Fionn? I don't blame him, honestly. Now the Vikings are going to get, actually, doesn't matter. The bio is going to get on top of everything is what's going on here. And a massive fucking fight that should not have gone his way. Oh my god, unless the stasis ward though gets at the army. Okay, Fionn is fine now. Holy shit, this is a clown fiesta.
You know?
At the same time, we're losing 15 SCVs right now to the. I think it was a Zealot run by. There's no way they got killed. Was that a? They didn't pull the boys, right? Right.
When did that happen?
There, 15 SCVs are gone.
Okay, I think it was at the third base. It was just yeah. I think it was the pull up the third.
I was too invested in that blink forward onto like 5 Widow Mines. That was kind of insane.
I mean, it's gonna be still okay because Fionn's economy is just absolutely insane. But
Invisible Men are
for
here.
a second there, it looks crazy.
Gonna use a scan. How much does scan cost? 225, right? So I mean, not the worst. We're gonna have another medevac here, half medevac, but it's still gonna do quite a bit of damage when you have nothing defending it. No cannons, no nothing. They're gonna pick off 3 probes for free, so that's obviously a good trade.
Could have stayed longer.
I'm talking about free things. That's like getting a free knife in CS2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or it's like a.
And see, okay, exactly. Fionn is doing what I'm doing, so he got a free trade and he's trading it back a little bit by killing 2 SCVs. So He gave a little bit of the knife back.
How do you give part of the knife? You cut it in half?
Well, you sell it, and then you buy things worth half of it, and you gift it to him. I don't know.
Okay. That sounds like a terrible idea. Just getting less money.
Yes, I remember economics class very well.
Alright. Well, we got a prism over on the right side loading up, so it's going to go into the main base most likely. There is a little sweet spot, I think, between the third missile turret and the one in the main that it should be able to get through if it wanted to. But this fight at the front is what's going to be the most important, as obviously Goblin's economy is already kind of in the shitter. So he needs to punch through with this to be able to find his way into this game. Oh, and actually the War Prism just dies because a couple Vikings just randomly intercepted, so that's actually great. But...
Or Colossus here, though, could
Yeah.
make... you know, it's a heavy Marauder army, but still, the charge lots will counteract the Marauders. I think he's just trying to bait him in there and be like, hey, I'm over here, look at... And those Widow Mines... Oh, no, they do unburrow for a second, so that wasn't his plan. Ooh, those Vikings are a little bit too far forward there with the Stalkers being able to hopefully pick them off. So this 4 Colossus ball, but at the same time, main base, we're going to drop a little bit here. Not going to do much damage. Going to get 3 probes. Not going to kill a building. Let's see. We have 6 medevacs here. Low energy. Okay.
what are these Zealots
Pretty
doing?
decent split there.
Oh my god, that could have been a huge pickoff if Goblin actually just catches all those. Unfortunately won't. And then, oh, the Widow Mine's on the right side, though! Oh, no! It's
my
huge.
goodness. Okay, but he's going to lose the Widow Mines. He's going to lose like 4 or 5 Zealots. Make that 6 with the 4th one there. Kind of delayed. These Widow Mines, man, they're doing quite a bit of damage. Kind of have to be happy as Goblin getting free kills, essentially.
I mean, there's
With those
38
Widow Mines.
fucking Zealots on the map, dude. That's absolutely ridiculous. Why the hell is he making this many goddamn Zealots? You should be just going full on to the Widow Mine production as Goblin, and he's definitely doing so. These Zealots will at least cancel a 4th base, so that's very nice. He's also going to make up some room on the map here for the rest of the army. And this is 5 fucking Colossus as well. What is this army composition? Thankfully for Goblin, he's actually got a large number of Vikings now. It was definitely not enough earlier, but he's finally got himself into a nice position. With so few Stalkers on the ground, you can't even contest this.
Goodness.
These Colossi are just dead fucking weight, getting picked off one by one as the chase is on.
An amazing chase here by Goblin. Like you said, the Vikings made such a huge difference. We went down from 5 to 1 Colossus and this other Colossus here. Unless, yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, we got a balls coming out, though. That might be big. If you get a big balls hit, that could be huge. But I think at this point, as Goblin, you stop making... Yeah, you stop making the Colossus. You start transitioning into Disruptors because you see this many Marauders and this many Vikings, and you basically say, these are useless. These are actual garbage. Oh, my God, he's going to walk the Disruptor into a Widow Mine. Basically get rid of all of its health for free. He's gonna clear up 2 though with that, so that's not terrible, but at this point, like, the charge lot's dangerous too with balls. I obviously know that these are professionals, but there is a chance that even a professional blows up half their Zealots with 1 disruptor shot. So we'll see how Fiant handles this. Like you said, this isn't his main race. He is a Zerg player, so he's used to just pressing F2 and then
Yeah,
A.
and as we
so
know,
it's
Zerg players can't micro.
Exactly. Thank you.
So
All we gotta do is
true.
unburrow and burrow lurkers. Oh my gosh! But these
no.
Vikings are doing so much damage.
Oh, the
These Vikings
balls.
are absolutely worth it. The balls are coming down. He is aware. He's able to pull back before they can do anything there. So it's just so many charge lots. Just an absolute amount of like charge lots. We are quite behind in army supply, but these balls can really make a difference here. If you just get 1 lucky shot, if Goblin just looks away for 1 second, you just knock out all those
goodness.
Marauders.
This is the most
Huge charge lot. run by.
insane charge lot run by. Jesus
Is this a run by?
Christ.
It's half your army.
No, yeah, it's
supply?
literally half the army. That's wild. He splits
He's
it off
doing
as
a main
well.
push with his main army. Yeah.
Oh my,
Oh my
goodness.
Lord.
Look at them. They're all segmented to each base. Chad walking their way across. It's a fucking garrison for
Holy
each fucking mineral
shit.
line. That's insane. Goblin had no idea this was coming, and he's just walking his entire army back now to deal with this. Because, I mean, he's only got 30 SCVs alive at this point. He needs to actually keep his economy alive. Because if this actually stalls out, it gives Fiant much more time, and maybe he could actually get an army that can contest what Goblin has. But for now, the economy is just in absolute shatters for Goblin. Holy shit.
15 workers. We're down to basically the starting worker amount. This is kind of crazy here. Absolutely fantastic. He's gonna... Wow, that Widow Mine actually didn't get the final kill, but he was able to put it back down.
Oh, the
on cooldown.
Ghost Academy got killed. That's insane.
Yeah, that's big. No EMPs for Protoss, which is like your #1 thing late game is having those EMPs. We're still losing workers, by the way. We're at 10 workers. We're actually below starting for no, we're not. It's 8. But we're close to below starting. Sorry.
It's 12.
Math is really hard.
It's 12.
Is it 12? Oh my god.
Echo showing that he doesn't play this game more and more by the
No,
time.
no, I play. Okay,
Oh
I don't
my God.
think about worker counts. I think about killing the enemy.
Yeah. Sure.
So much
Anyways.
supply is stuck in these medevacs and Vikings that these balls still are good.
That is an
but,
insane
I mean,
amount of
if
medevacs. You're right. Holy fuck. It's 15 medevacs. I didn't even realize how
Ball
many he
has
has.
no energy, by the way.
That's mental.
We're going to recall back down to our corner base here at the 3 o'clock position, 2 o'clock, whatever.
What the fuck?
And
We're going to go for a flank? That's the strangest thing ever. That Disruptor on the left side could have gotten a massive hit if he only realized that it was actually there. Unfortunately, doesn't
God.
do so. And I
as
mean,
Protoss, why are we splitting? Oh, huge ball hit. Oh my god.
that's actually
Yes.
massive. If he could just get 1 or 2 more of those, he might find himself in a good position. But the knight, okay, that doesn't actually
he's
block
gonna-
the whole path.
It's going to make a choke point, though. The choke point can be pretty dangerous here, so we're going to focus on taking that down.
Oh, that's another one on the right side. I understand. Oh, now he's trapped. He
Oh.
literally has to kill the rocks now because he doesn't
Oh
have a
my
recall.
God.
He recalled to get over
That's
here,
so
and now he can't get out. That's
my
hilarious.
God.
He kills both
that
the
was the most base
robos.
thing ever.
Oh my goodness,
my
Goblin kind
God.
of swagging on his opponent right here, and then he's got the left side attack getting. Oh my God, it's just the landed Vikings since the Colossus are all dead.
Cad Vikings.
Oh my
We need
God.
a-
Dustin Browder finally finding his way into this game.
Massive damage here right now for the Terran.
Terrible
Oh,
damage
balls.
indeed. Oh, the splits are good
Oh,
enough.
kills the ghosts! You don't want to lose the ghost, but I think, honestly, at this point, we have a 21 army supply to a 104 army supply. It keeps going down. The 15 medevacs on no energy, maybe that was the play the whole time, but honestly, what an amazing game sense play by Goblin to block off that expansion.
Jesus Christ. 15 SCVs is all the man needed to actually lock that in. And that will be a 4-2 victory here for Probe-ably Overslept over the return of the Goobers. So the return, of course, is completely done. There is no return for these gents. They are out, and Probe-ably Overslept puts themselves in a relatively decent position to snag a 3rd place advancement from Group A. Of course, they'll still need some of the other teams to lose out in a certain way to get them over the line, but they've put themselves in a pretty good spot.
And I actually got some news from Gemini's boss. That was an illegal map, so we're actually going to redo that entire match all over again. We're going to invalidate the win for Goblin. We're going to redo it all.
Yeah, no, that's
That was an amazing play.
That is not what's happening.
Amazing play by Probe-ably Overslept is their name. So, thank you for the graphic designer for that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I it's interesting to see how the map scores kind of even out. To see, like I said, I like an underdog story because that's currently my team right now. See how it works out. But yeah,
Indeed, I'm very curious how everything's going to line up. Thank you, Echo Soldier, for joining me here. Mr. Loco Balls, everybody, on the cast. Any final parting words?
no, I hope my team makes the playoffs. I think we can do it, right? Forced off race.
Yeah,
I
you-
don't know the math on that one. I think our map score went up, so we're at like -3 or 4. So I think it is possible, but I hope we make the playoffs. I will. If my team is listening, I will train like legitimately. I won't play any other game besides StarCraft if we do make playoffs. If we don't, then I'm playing Counter-Strike.
Nice. And since I'm not playing, I'm playing Counter-Strike no matter what. Thank you, Echo, for
Yo,
joining me
based.
here, and we will see you, of course, later, as I will now move on over to our wonderful analyst desk to talk to those people instead. Hello, analysts. Welcome back to the show. Probably overslept with a very nice victory 4-2 over the Goobers. Angrath.
As expected. As
Yes.
expected.
Yes. Angrath, what did you think of that beautiful series?
Well, I have to say that Franz versus Ezreal kind of disappointed me. Ezreal was way too excited about it. Actually, I think he was just excited about not getting the slip award.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going 0-10. I think my favorite moment was Goblin dropping the rocks.
Yeah,
That
that was
the
actually
last game
sick.
of the series.
Yeah, that was
Like, the last
based.
game of the entire series.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I was so confused for the first one because I was like, oh, it only like blocks half the thing off. That's
No,
kind of
we all
boring.
saw it coming, Gemini. Come
Yeah,
on.
I didn't know. I didn't realize that there was rocks on the right side as well, and then he starts attacking those. I'm like, oh my god, he's doing it. It's pretty sick.
Another proof that
That's
Terran
cool.
is broken.
Yeah, look, Goblin didn't even
Real
realize it either. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Goblin had an epiphany during like the last phase of the game when he saw 30 zealots run everywhere, and he was like, maybe I should make more zealots myself. This looks nice, right? Instead of making these robotic spiders with the lasers that do nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty sick play, not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, overall, actually, kind of entertaining series to be frank. I think obviously the last match was very interesting. I think the whole idea, I think the whole Sebestus match as well versus Bull was fairly entertaining.
Yeah, I thought that was the best series, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the best against Bull.
Yeah,
It
that-
really, you know, we saw a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, we saw a Mace Hydra in and like Bull not reading it, so A moving into Lurkers, then going home. And in game 2, we saw the Bull special, so that was cool.
It's not Bull special.
Yeah, I call it the Bull special
It's
because
the
he plays
Bull
it a lot.
/ Roddy special.
It's Rotty's build, but it's the Bull special for me.
Yeah. He still likes to do it all the time, so I'll give it to him. But yeah, a very fun series overall, I would say. Grandpa Shoe, what was like anything else that stuck out for you, or any other kind of thoughts about the games today?
I think SRL played himself. Like, he had a good shot of winning this if he just like chill and think the win condition. And once he did it in game 2, he actually won. I mean, rather than blinking on the Immortals with like Stalker, which is not a play.
Yeah, I think
But
he definitely.
yeah, it was a good series.
I think he definitely overcooked a little bit in the first game. He was like really trying so hard to like do some multitasking shit, and he's just like attacking the front with a bunch of stalkers against Immortals.
I think that's a
having-
result of watching too many pro gamers do cool stuff.
Yeah.
And not realizing we are 4K players and we should just, you know, focus on basics.
Yeah, it's
And
if you got a faster third base and you know that you're containing your opponent on 2 and you have blink, it's just like, all right, just chill.
Yeah.
You don't have, just because you have blink doesn't mean you need to use it all the time. It's okay to just kind of chill as well. But
Game 2 for Ezra was pretty good though. Like,
no, I
it
agree.
felt
Yeah.
like he knew he felt like he knew what he needed to be doing, but he couldn't quite realize he couldn't quite understand how he needs to do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
He got it at the end, which was nice to see. So he closed it out very nicely, I think, in the second game.
Hey, nobody remembers how you won, only that you won, right?
Yeah.
W is a W.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Angrath,
No one
any
will
other?
remember the 0-9. No one will remember the 0-9 because.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not 0-10, so nobody's gonna remember that, right, Azrael?
Yeah, right.
1 and
Slip.
10? 1 and 9, sorry.
Oh wait, I think Slip is still sleeping even from that other season. But yeah, Angrath, any
Never woken
other
up.
final thoughts here from this series or anything?
Not really. Just that. I would have stuff to say about the previous series, but not this one. Not much. Like the Goblin dropping the rocks, and it was just an entertaining series in general.
It was super cool. I didn't realize there are rocks to be dropped there until I saw this game.
Yeah, I
Like,
did.
nobody ever takes his base, right?
Yeah.
What is that base anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally
it's cool.
ridiculous. All right, well, thank you guys for joining me. Then I'm gonna wrap it up here as we're almost on 4 hours on. The stream
Thanks for
here.
having us.
No problem. I'm glad that you guys decided to sign on up. Any closing goodbyes, Mr. Angrath?
Serve the motherland.
Nice. Grandpa Shoot.
I want to thank Angrath, my comrade, for being here and being on the anal crew, you know?
The anal crew. Nice. Yes, that's what
Yeah, no, true.
we are the anal crew. That is correct.
Yeah.
Clip it, Goat Puncher.
Wait, don't we have like a Goblin
Oh,
Frogos
I
match
think my
according to
Goblin
Bull?
What's the Goblin Frogos match? What's that?
It's a
Oh,
grudge
they had
match.
like a grudge match or something.
Oh, we have a grudge
Wait,
match?
hold on. Hold on, chat is cooking. We need to follow chat.
Interesting. Okay, Bull's gonna go live for that.
Okay, we have to
sounds
buy
cool.
time
cool.
now.
No, you don't.
Nice.
It's okay. I can buy
Nah.
time. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been absolutely
See you in a
wonderful.
bit.
I will see you guys later. Feel free to always sign up again in the future. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya. Alrighty, that is that for today. Some wonderful games, some entertaining ones, some absolutely clown fiesta ones as well. We are going to be kicking it off to Bull Myalgia for apparently some kind of grudge match or something happening. But yeah, we're going to be back tomorrow with one more match of the final week of the group stages for the Spring Split ATL Circuit 2025 season. Holy shit, what a mouthful. And that one will be much more interesting overall because both teams have something to play for in that one. So that will be much more interesting to watch. So I hope you're all here for it and ready for some absolute banging matches. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later. I hope that Bull Myalgia is about to be live because I'm going to raid him right now. See you guys later and have a beautiful day, night, whatever you want. I'll see you later. Bye.